Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, here for some Lads Season 10 playoffs action. I am joined tonight by a special guest. It is longtime Lads veteran and Magnus player extraordinaire, Joric. How are you on this fine evening?
Doing well. Happy to watch some of the boys play against this marvelous team.
And it is, two of the better teams in Lads this season. Both these teams had a fairly good regular season performance. Obviously, whatever had the better regular season, but Sus have the pedigree. Formerly known as a number of different teams, but they won Season 7 under the banner of Sheesh. They have been there, they have done that. 4 of these players are Lads champions, so they are ready for these playoff runs.
Yeah, and they got the level up, man. Keita's back in the States.
Wait, Keita's back in the States?
Yes, sir.
I knew he was back, but I didn't know he was back.
He's back in the States. Ready to play some real heroes.
For those who didn't know, Keita had been playing from Japan for the last, 6 months plus, which means, well into 200 plus ping, but now he's playing on 90 ping, which is a huge step forward.
Yeah, he's been spending the week adjusting to playing on a real ping instead of having to see into the future to play the game.
That's wild. The best part of the drafts nowadays is I don't really think about the drafts. The heroes get picked, and they always get picked, so I already know what to say, It's Zeus is good, Dazzle is good, problem solved. Puck is good, problem solved. They're just good heroes.
And Sus will take Tiny, and then, the first 4 heroes are always the exact same. It consists of Zeus, Dazzle, Puck, Dawnbreaker, Wyvern,
Pudge, Marcy,
Viper.
Razor.
Actually, Viper is... I think they're discussing right now if they just pick up Bristle and then ban Viper, or they pick Tiny. Just roll with it.
I mean, it comes down to, do you want to run the Pydock Malefic for Zeus, or do you want to flex the Tiny and the Zeus arounds?
I think that if they choose Tiny, they're gonna... It could be a flex, but it's most likely going mid just because of the matchup versus Puck. Yeah.
There we go.
You saw people do this in the major with Tiny, and then Tiny was getting first phase ban because that hero is surprisingly really good again. And then they would choose Kunkka in place of Tiny.
Yeah, they nerfed all of his abilities but Avalanche, but then they buffed Avalanche. Wait a minute. Tiny's still good, baby.
Yeah, they didn't even nerf Toss, to be honest. They just put it on his ult. And then the problem was most 4s were skipping their ult, and so you would just run around with max Q, max W, and then skip your ult. But now, taking your ult doesn't even mean anything, because now that means you're part of a tanky front line. So, I mean, there's no negative to it.
And I guess, it's one of those things where you see most heroes grabbing ultimates anyways, so I guess Tiny gets to join the club now of, hey, I scale my ultimates.
Yeah. What I want to know is, they're not going to play Tiny 4 this game, but it was interesting to see that some people who were playing Tiny would pick up Tree on level 1, even if they were 4, and just play the lane with the Tree. Better harass, better deny capability, I guess.
I remember a long time ago, a year and a half ago, that was the way the Tinies used to play at 4, and then it switched to the Avalanche toss build, and then suddenly a point and tree grab, it comes back again, it's hey, it's back. Yeah. It does damage. Last hit range creeps, then eye creeps, it's good.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they change this hero again for the 9th time, to see if it actually falls out of the meta or somehow sticks in there.
Alright, Jorg, I figured it out. So you know how Tiny starts with 0 base agility, 0 base armor?
Yeah.
We're going to lower his base armor by 1. We're going to give him the Skywrath Mage Wyvern treatments. It's going to give him negative armor. That'll do it.
Yeah. I think in recent years they've actually been moving away from that, trying to make sure everything is equal playing field at that point. But I think there's still some leftover Visage and Meepo that have non-regular base physical and magic resistance.
I don't know. If they're trying to move in that direction, then why does Terrorblade have 9 armor and why does Dawnbreaker start with 800 HP? That's my question.
Yep. I just hope the new hero doesn't have a stun and a nuke and a catch ability.
And a mobility tool.
Yeah.
You know what I want? I want Wraith King 2. That's
One
what I
button.
want. I want one button. One button, maybe an activated passive. We're good to go. That's my kind of
Yeah,
hero right there.
that's all you need. One button and you're good to go. I hope they buff Magnus.
I mean, they will, right? Magnus had what, like 5 picks of the major? I'm sure he'll get buffed.
Yeah, the problem is though, like, not mobility, forced movement away from your team is like really strong. So like, a bunch of people have always theorized that Pudge would be really, really good if he's ever viable, which I think he is viable at this point.
Yeah.
But like the idea of Hook being able to grab somebody away from the team and kill them off and force a 5v4 is like such a huge thing in Dota because like heroes like Dazzle exist, but they don't want to put themselves out of position to close the gap to get to the core that just got forced away from his team.
Yeah, I'm looking at these bans. These are really predictable bans, actually. These are a number of heroes. We mentioned the Bristleback and the Viper in the first phase as possible 8 picks, and now it's banned out heroes. On top of that, it's Templar, Assassin, Beastmaster, Jug, Weaver bans. We get an Enigma 15 pick. Interesting.
Yeah. I was doing scouting with them earlier, and for what I saw, Webby really likes to choose these heroes that like have summons and push, which I mean is part of the meta right now, like picking some Zoo offlaner or Zoo 5 or something, and just running it down lanes and having the better team fight because Zoo heroes usually have like some big ultimate that turns a fight, right? Enigma has Black Hole, Chen has Hand of God. The only ones that don't are like Lycan, which just sends the Zoo on the supports that they can't deal with. But I think that's just how they like to play the game is they choose some push hero on their offlaner, whether it be Prophet or Enigma.
Or Beastmaster.
Yeah. Night Stalker's pretty good. Catches Dazzle, silences Puck. Good vision for the Enigma as well.
I like that pick a lot. And I know that's one of those heroes that Sus have picked a number of times, but it still works, so why not go for it? Get the Shard, get the Blink, get a BKB, just own the game.
Yeah. I think what they're deciding now is if they want to choose. They're going to choose their 5 here, but they're probably deciding what will be better for pairing up with the Night Stalker, something that benefits off of the vision.
I almost
Or
said
Enchantress.
Enchantress. Dang it, I should have said it in time. What can you do?
Yeah. She's really good for the same reasons that Chen is really good against Enigma, where you could take one of the Eidolons and now you have like this Giga buffed Eidolon to just beat the crap out of the other two.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, Eidolon HP is very, very low, especially at the lower levels, and then you get the buff, especially with the Shem, but even with the Ents, it's just, hey, suddenly my creep is powerful, it's going to outduel your Eidolons.
Yeah. I don't know how the interaction works, but now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if heroes like Enchantress that are paired against like Dooms and Enigmas are good. Also, because if you send a jungle creep, those players will tend to want to use the conversion on that creep, and then the XP is split. I don't know if the XP is actually split because it's considered your like ally creep, but that'd be interesting to see if that's like a reasoning for it as well.
Yeah, I don't have an answer. That's usually the sort of question that I ask, so I have no answer. I'm not an interactions guy. I just see things on screen, I say words, sometimes I joke poorly, and I'm not an interactions guy.
It's okay. We're all learning.
We mentioned him
Right.
earlier. We mentioned Wraith King. Mr. One Button. He's arrived.
See, this also pairs in with their push strat, but it's interesting because now they have Dazzle Wraith King, so the hero that wants to die now can be put on like a sustain with Grave and get one more crit off to heal a little longer. I wonder if the lifesteal as well gets benefited from the heal amp on Shallow Grave.
Maybe? Maybe.
It's like these niche interactions where if you asked me a couple years ago, I would like know them like the back of my hand, but you know,
Yeah, replace a
part of
couple
me
of
just
years with
fell out
6
of figuring
years.
out.
I'd say the same thing, but it's been a while.
Yeah. Part of me just fell out of keeping up with like all the niche interactions, and so I want to slowly get back into it, but
I'm old. I got a job. I got another job. I'm good.
That's all relatable.
I don't need to know these things anymore. I say words into a microphone. And then maybe one day, that'll be my job, and I could be happy again.
That is interesting. They just banned TB last phase. Usually teams don't even let this through.
I mean, it seems like Sus wanted to really gravitate towards these really meta-brawling heroes early on in the draft, and they ignored the KU hero. And it makes sense to have 23 picked it for KU's hero, but I guess not today. It will be banned out.
Yeah. I think it was also because they would have picked it at 8 if they hadn't chose Puck. I think that's what they were deciding earlier too, is if they wanted to choose TB or Tiny. And they'd rather just have the Tiny lane versus the Puck than choose TB and then have 3 heroes that could potentially be better at countering TB.
And Dazzle and Puck are not bad against TB either. I mean, Dazzle, the Shard especially, is not bad into TB.
Yeah, that's right. But I think it's also because, like, if you take the Zeus on 5 and then you choose TB at 8, it's basically taking his one major counter out of the pool. I think more counters are popping up with the prominence of, like, these spammy mid heroes like Coddle and Puck, but I think that's what they were deciding earlier and why they spent some time deciding if they want to choose Tiny or not.
Well, it is time. We are down to brass tacks. It is time to select the carry for KU. A lot of good carries banned out.
He's going to choose Spectre.
Really?
Yeah.
It makes sense, but I feel like it could backfire.
Well, I think he'll choose Spectre here because once he gets Ags and Manta, especially because there's a Zeus on his team, he can always find the Enigma and then ult on him and send the illusions out there, Manta out, and then teleport back. And then the Enigma is forced to deal with these illusions really quickly. I think the Dazzle Shard would be a good factor for it. Yeah, here it is. But he can straight up bully this Enigma if he has good backline vision and figures out where he is every fight.
I like the idea. I feel like, though, you have the Dazzle Shard, you're just looking for a 4 for whatever, so you can grab a hero like Lion to help kill these illusions. I guess the Enigma, as you mentioned, is the one hero who's a bit of a concern with it, but you always just could buy a dig on one Enigma to kill the illusion.
That's true. But you have to deal with 3 illusions, so I think they've been doing in pubs is if they have Zeus Spectre, they'll time whenever somebody respawns, throw the Nimbus in the fountain, use the Spectre Scepter on him, and then kill him in fountain. And so that guy's permanently dead.
Not even, can you do that still?
Yes, because the dispersion damage, and then it's just 3 fast attacking illusions killing you in fountain over and over. I think heroes like Dazzle can deal with it because he could just grave and then not die, but that's still very funny to see.
So you're telling me watch the fountain this game, got it.
Yeah.
I hope they do that. Now I'm excited suddenly for that exact play to happen.
Yeah, they'll do it when Zeus has Ags if it gets to that point. Because it is a 4 Zeus, so he does require a lot of farm.
And we get a Dawnbreaker, a hero who surprisingly has slipped all the way to 24 pick in the draft and will be the Webby selection, moving the Enigma to 4.
Ooh, I don't know if that's good. Because if you put the Enigma core, right, like, you can deal with the Spectre Haunt that I was just talking about. But now that he's 4, he won't have enough farm to deal with it. So he'll need somebody to, like, stick with him the entire game.
I think you seem to you like the Sus draft more than the whatever draft. I think I'm on the same page as you on that one. I'm also a fan of this Dire Side draft.
Yeah, and I'm also not really sure, like, the whole point of this Wraith King pick. I guess it is to add some more push to their lineup, but, I mean, he's against a Zeus and a Tiny. I guess the lane for Night Stalker is pretty bad, but I don't think Wraith King's ever going to gap close against the Zeus. And he's just going to get blown up either way.
Well, here we go. Obviously, there might be a little bit of bias from my analyst today, but I think there's good reason to believe the Sus might win game number 1 off of the draft alone.
I'm not biased, man.
We are seeing the 4 Tiny and the mid Zeus, which again we thought that it could be a mid Tiny because the lane matchup into the Puck is fantastic, but Malefic has a pretty fantastic 4 Tiny. And by the way, if we accidentally call Malefic Pydock this series, I apologize. It is also his name, so if you hear Pydock and you don't know who that is, we're referring to the 4 player on Sus Malefic. As a heads up to the viewers.
Also, if we say big ol' noob, that could be confused with KU, but you know how it is.
Be a lot of players, to be fair.
True.
Anyone but Pydock. We are actually, guys, Kobe. Kobe's pretty good too, but we are.
Nah, Kobe's good.
Kobe is the GOAT.
Got
Wait.
the PoE season, so
Oh, never mind. That's not good.
I don't know if it's actually good or not.
And then for those who are wondering, we also have a stand-in on the side of the Radiants tonight. We have Sick Nasty standing in to play 5 support for whatever. So I'm not sure it'll be that much of a difference, but I think he's a bit lower MR than their normal 5-player Fox, so should be a little bit of a difference, but hopefully for the sake of whatever, it's not too huge of a difference. It is already go time though, mid lane, a little bit of trading going on.
Yeah, they were trying to scout the ward. This is interesting because whenever pucks usually like orb all the way over here, they'll get it to a point where they'll place it on the other side of the river, but he opted to place it like really low on the rune.
30 seconds to battle.
I guess to watch the tiny scout.
Interesting.
I love being able to draw arrows so much. See, you've never casted me before, so you haven't gotten to see the arrows being drawn and the boxes being drawn live in person. I've seen you in the Twitch chats decrying my uses of boxes and X's, but today you get the front row seats.
That's because like you draw them around like tier 1s, and the tier 1s aren't moving, man.
So that's why I draw. It's gonna move into it's a circle. The box is gonna stay like a shape, you know. It works in my mind.
Geometry lessons.
It works in my mind.
Let's see if most Enigmas, like even on 4. Yeah, okay. He used it on the range creep, but whenever Enigma was popular with Necro Book, they would use it on the melee creep and get like a mega block off, but I think he wanted to contest the rune, so that's perhaps why he didn't do it.
I'm interested to watch this bottom lane in particular, because I feel like the Wraith King and the Dazzle want this first 5 minutes to go really well for them.
Yeah. And ring around the rosy with the Dazzle Q. Actually saw a lane like this earlier. Oh, this is really good from Malefic, because he already used his Q on Dazzle, so like usually whenever you don't like to pull the waves like this versus Dazzle, because he could just use his Q and click you all the way there, but Sick Nasty used his Q earlier just to try to get some early clicks off.
At that point, no Poison Touch available, you have Boots on Tiny, and Dazzle's not doing too much other than a little bit of damage, and at that point you do not care if you're Tiny.
Yeah.
We're seeing Dazzle try to do the same here with a little bit of creeper direction, but he cannot tank the way Tiny can.
Top lane, like, yeah. You can see already that this one Eidolon has taken like 6 hits.
So interesting. So when the new Eidolon splits, one of them gets a higher HP, the other one doesn't.
Really? Okay, I was wondering how that one worked.
Because one of them has the 380 HP. Actually, first one is bottom lane, by the way, but one of the ones top lane had 380 HP on the Dire, and one of them had 180, which I did not expect. I thought it would either be both or neither, but it was one.
How did he die there? I guess Poison Touch plus Skeletons just killed him.
Yeah. Was caught in the jungle, too far out.
Yeah. I think it will be a rough lane for the Night Stalker, but they're not playing for lanes. And actually, how we spoke earlier about the Tiny being mid, I just realized it's just mid.
I was gonna say, I mentioned it at the end of the draft.
Yeah.
But we're putting the 2 and 2 together.
I guess because, okay, yeah. Like I was saying earlier, they want the fast Ags on Zeus so they can do that play.
And I'm excited for it, you know, a little bit of cheeky fountain diving in Lads playoffs, why not? Should be relatively riskless as well, unless you, like, can preemptively black hole in the fountain or something, and that's...
Yeah.
Well, that will suddenly not work out, but there's a low chance to do that correctly. That's one of those plays where it's high risk, low reward, whereas, like, you know, just randomly black holing the fountain when you respawn, you can't really do that.
Yeah.
So far, CS-wise in the lanes, have been relatively even across the board. The one person who's really doing, I guess, that well will be the Dawnbreaker top lane. But he's taking a lot of damage. He's TP to the fountain, so... Not to the fountain, to the tower, but regardless, his lead in the lane on Webby is about to be lost by not being in the lane. Speaking of not being in the lane, Malefic nearly dies in the Radiant side jungle, but... Again, he's just too fast.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, Webby definitely just griefed his lane. I mean, TPing in general is not very good if you're anyone but a prophet, but he can't walk up to lane anymore, so the 5+ creep advantage he had on KU, which some of his Eidolons is now going to like slowly dwindle out. Ooh, fight at the runes.
It seems like it will be secured in terms of this bottom water rune, so DKMP gets no water rune. Enigma grabs the top one. Not sure if that's poor coordination or what, but that's very unfortunate for DKMP.
Yeah. I think he thought that he was going to get the bottom rune and then didn't realize the Tiny showed up. Oh, Zeus Courier?
Unfortunate for Sick Nasty. I don't think he dies immediately for this, but... I mean, there's no way out, but... Wait, does he actually get the Courier? He sees it. Maybe? Maybe not? Oh, he's still being run down. This is really interesting. The Tiny's dead, isn't he? Is there a deny from
might deny?
There is.
Nice. Holy.
Meanwhile, top lane, Webby is not quite dead, but again, Dire are winning these trades. The Courier's still dead, by the way. Sick Nasty eventually found it.
Oh my gosh. He's not even close to mana boots. By the time his Courier respawns, then he can just walk over and get the mana boots anyways.
This is a real Dota 2 moment right here.
And gets the refill from mid. So yeah, that's just very funny to see that happening.
Alright, Webby is extremely low again top lane. I think this time he will die. Yeah, no TP away. Could have tried it, but he would have died regardless. So that's now a kill on the board for the side of Sus. It is 1 kill to 1 in terms of the kill score now. But it is nighttime. We're seeing mid laners get their 6s. DKMP is 6. 4play is 6. So I'm sure stuff will be heating up quite soon. Speaking of heating up, Dazzle gets annihilated bottom lane by the Thunder God's Wrath. Hata is low as well, but the Skeletons will not bring down the Night Stalker, so that will be... Instead, kills top lane. I missed an entire 1-for-1 top lane. Might be on that one. A lot of trading going on.
Yeah, action around the map. KU has his urn. This is actually a very... I've seen him do... I don't know the reasoning behind it, but he's been going urn on a lot of these, like... heroes that usually have some mana problems, and it's... I guess it's a better... it's more efficient than going a Falcon Blade.
Mm-hmm. Bottom lane Dazzle is dead. I know back in the day you used to see Spectres go urn because you used to be able to easily haunt into the fights and get the urn charges.
Yeah.
So I guess you might as well get it in this sort of game. What is Kobe up to right now? He is just ruining Enigma's game. He really is. Enigma Eidolon's 200 HP. Kobe Eidolon 500 HP. Also, probably should have mentioned, for those who are unaware, we are calling League of Legends Kobe, because that's his name, and it's a lot shorter than League of Legends, and I don't want to say that 13 times in a game.
He changed his name to Path of Exile.
What did he change it to? League of
No,
Legends?
I'm saying he should, but his name in League was actually Dota 2 is better, and then I think his account got banned for that name.
I guess that's a difference, right?
Yeah.
We have rotation top. Maybe not, actually. I thought DKMP was going to rotate top lane, but because of that ward actually placed by the Dire side, they saw the approach from the puck on the low ground. Instead, it's bottom lane's TPing in for the engagement. For Dazzle already, that's a 2v2 currently. DKMP will coil on one to kill Malefic, so it is a support for support trade in the bottom lane. But again, Dire is farming more of the map right now, so they're fine with this.
Yeah. Zeus is not needed to do anything. This is the life of Zeus right now. You just sit there, you farm, you get your mana boots, your Kaya, your shard, and then it's go time. But you can still play a presence with this ult. And if anyone tries to go to your lane, you can never be caught due to Heavenly Jump. So I
Could be
think
a big room for DKMP, though. That's a haste ring coming out for him now.
yeah, and they'll see this on Dire as well due to the ward. But his rotation bottom for Puck is kind of sad because if he doesn't show up, then his Wraith King is in the danger zone. But if he because he showed up and used Coil on like Tiny, he can't threaten a kill on Zeus anymore. Because that's the one thing that can stop Zeus from jumping away.
We're at the point now where it's Zeus even leaving the mid lane, going to the jungle, allowing Tiny to begin to farm his stuff. And of course, Malefic wants that early Blink Dagger on Tiny. That's going to be a big deal for initiating these dire side team fights.
Yeah. Interesting, because he just hit level 4, and this is his first point in tree. He picked it up now.
It's farming time. Probably CKMP didn't dodge that tree being thrown at him. Could have saved the clarity, he chose not to.
It's like a projectile moving in such slow motion that you don't know if it's going to hit you or the creep's next to you.
Actually, that's true, you're right. I see it now.
Ooh. Enigma's actually having a really bad game. Like, this is the point where he's going to transition into the old style of play, where you just go and you jungle and get your items hidden within the crevices of the map. But I don't know if it's that good. No Grave on Dazzle?
He gets run down by Keita. There's literally not much you can do to save yourself in that situation. But top lane, potentially there could be even a bigger kill on Webby, but the thing is Raptors the damage as well, so that's across the map 2 more kills. And we're even seeing Keita ascend, looking to run down Choppa as we see Zeus running towards DKMP. Could be 4 kills here. Choppa will die. Over to DKMP. He'll face shift and to jump away, but Dire are chasing. Dagger on the way. DKMP has to face shift. There'll be a death on Puck. 4 kills already in quick succession into a 5th kill. Dazzle's died twice now. A triple kill for Keita. Oh no, that is a 5 for 0, and it was looking relatively even, but now it's really good for Sus.
And insult to injury gets the regen rune on Zeus, so it's not like anything happened.
Ooh. Unfortunate.
Yeah. This Night Stalker hero is, like, when unchecked, is gonna be like a menace. I think this hero he's picked, but he's like not as popular as you'd think he'd be.
Man, Zeus, he's getting a lot of items, actually. He's #1 net worth right now. His Fairy Trinket on the way, he has a Kaya, Arcane Boots. He's chilling.
Yeah. Now he's just playing the Horde 1400 gold game. So he gets the shard, and then their game will be even stronger. I think Radiant's way back in this is that they play on Enigma's level 6, which he's about to get. They go and they use Coil on Spectre, and when they use the, they respond with TPs on the Dire, then Enigma should black hole those players. Because they don't have Dark Ascension and it's not nighttime, so this is probably the Dire's weakest point. No Zeus ult as well, no Haunt, so if any of the 3 cores are caught, then they're pretty much dead.
At that point, you might as well run top as well to utilize that Minotaur siege unit. Spectre's already there, your Dawnbreaker's there, run on up, run down the lane, get this tower, and then you can get some more map control that way as well. So you have good reasons to just run it down a lane, run a Spectre right now.
Yeah, Wraith King just got his armlet. It'll be interesting to see if he goes back for Midas. This is something that's been pretty popular recently, where carries go a second item Midas, so that way they have some fighting potential, excuse me, and then they can slowly recuperate over time with the Midas.
Yeah, Midas is very powerful right now. But for the time being, we're seeing Bobby actually back up in the top lane. Kobe is nearby in this lane, and Malefic can rotate over as well, so if they want to push this tower in, it's probably too late. The unit's already dead.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to aim for the mid tower. They see that Malefic walked up here, but they're just pretending that he's not there.
Yeah, I mean, he's just tiny with 1.3k HP. They're not killing him, and they're just going to let him be there.
They both have obs on this spot. Kobe has sentries, but is not choosing to deward it.
It's a D word for Radiant for the time being, and no Dire side D word, as you mentioned. We're seeing some key items being purchased. Black Hole's online for the Enigma, so is the Vlad, so maybe it is fight time. We're seeing DKMP mid lane fighting with foreplay, but foreplay got the arcane rune, so that's a little bit unfortunate.
That was crazy. He was like sitting right on top of it on puck too. I'm not sure how he missed it. He is not going back for the Midas. He actually is just going straight Desolator.
He wants to fight then. That's for damn sure.
Unfortunate for the Dire. No chipped vest for Spectres, so her farm is slower than she'd probably like it.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Seeing Kobe kill a courier top lane. Webby just brought in, I believe, what was an Ogre Axe, and now the courier that brought it there is dead. But mid lane is where the fun is occurring. Choppa is certainly going to die. The Grieve will delay the death, but there's too much damage coming in towards the Enigma. Keita will get the kill, but if it wasn't Keita, it would have been Malefic. I found 11th kill for Sus, and we're seeing the entirety of the brawling unit on Sus begin to occupy this Radiant side tri-camp, so it's time to perhaps apply pressure to Webby, who's being run out by KU right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Got this, the obs. Or it ran out, actually.
Webby is tanky, but he's not tanky enough to survive this. He will die in the top lane, but as happens, we're seeing a coil on Tiny as well. Perhaps it will be that 1-for-1. Webby has fallen, but in comes KU with the Haunt, scouting for more. Enigma TP's in top lane, has Black Hole, but he's run down as well, so it's a 2-for-1 trade now, with currently Dire in the lead. Keita sees Dazzle. Dazzle gets one shot by the Void as he is very low HP from the Tiny. Keita will lose his courier for it now. DKMP wants to salvage the fight, jaunting in towards Night Stalker, but he's slowed by Kobe. He's silenced by Keita. Dagger in by KU secures the kill. That's a 4-for-1, baby. And again, Sus. They grow their lead.
Yeah, good attempt, but did not have enough gas in the tank, and also the one done. Night Stalker saved his life.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Night Stalker will now get shard, which means that this hero never has to go back to base anymore. When this came out, I thought it was going to be garbage, but then, like, they added the function where you could eat the Ancient Creep. And now it's 20-second cooldown. You get 35% of your health and 25% of your mana, like, back. It's crazy.
It's one of those things, too, on top of the fighting potential, it's like a great value brand Midas. Like, it's just free gold.
Yeah, like the hero that generally has problems farming, like you saw a long time ago where Night Stalkers would have a Void talent. They'd get the Void damage at 10 before the Dark Ascension duration was there, and then they'd get Ags, and that would be his farming tool. But now he just can freely eat a creep, spend some spells, even killing like the creeps that are there, and it doesn't even matter.
Seems like it's time for some T1 towers to die. Seems like the Radiant side, bot T1, the Dire side, top T1, are in a bit of danger. Both teams are rotating towards set objective. Seems like the Dire tower will live a little bit longer, though. This Radiant side safe lane tower is very dead. It is box drawing time. Goodbye, tower. But there is a siege unit coming top lane, so we might see a tower trade going on.
Oh, Kobe's got the best creep in the game right now. Red Bird.
Where is the red
Vector
bird?
targeted Force Staff.
Oh, there, I found it.
Dire's top tower has
That thing's
Vector
powerful.
Yeah. I've been playing Doom recently just so that way I could eat this Red Bird and then just force myself or enemies like around the map. It is so much fun to do. It's like using Psychic Headband, but like
Better.
if he jumps in on this, he probably will push him back.
Dazzle tried TPing in, but he had to cancel his TP thanks to Keita, so as a result, Dire run at Webby, tossed in towards the Enchantress. Webby gets annihilated. Wraith King will stun in for Night Stalker, but Night Stalker is just too tanky. The Tornado brings Afterglow closer to the side of Sus, but Sus will not go on the hardest kill on the Radiant side right now. Wraith King will attempt to stand his ground in this 4v4, but Spectre can make it a 5v4 in just 5 seconds, has Haunt up in 3 seconds now. But it seems like Sus will back off, farm some top lanes, farm some bot lanes. They are farming that better than whatever are right now, so the game state currently is quite good.
Just top of net worth, but Wraith King hasn't really participated yet. That fight didn't really break out to a point where
middle tower.
Wraith King could do much besides hit the Night Stalker once, but it might get to the point where he finally decides to show up and it doesn't even matter. But I think once he gets this Desolator, they can force a Roche potential, and that'll open up some opportunities on the map. They're smoking now towards the Tiny. But he
That's a
might just nuke this
relatively
wave and
easy
leave.
target, but if he gets away, then that's bad. And as it happens, they're losing their mid T1 as well. They know something is sus right now. I mean, you see, there's very few mid lane defenders. Top lane, alright, Malefic, he's running away. He'll try to pig pull. The poison touch slow will end, but I don't think he can survive here. However, mid lane, DKMP will deny the T1 tower. Dire do not chase forward. Back to top lane, Malefic is juking, breaking some ankles. Again, he'll avalanche onto. Keita is on the rendezvous to save his 4 Tiny. In comes Afterglow, turning into a 3v2. Silence onto. Spectre haunts in, a 3v3. Dazzle is dead. Malefic dropping. Malefic dead. 1-for-1 now. Dire turned to Webby. Urn on top. Down goes Dawnbreaker. Solar Guardian now wasted. Afterglow will attempt the man fight, but in comes Foreplay. In comes Chop Up. Black Hole online, but Radiant begin to back off. Afterglow still has 1 Reincarnate available, but at this point, Sus have simply won the team fight.
Yeah, that went a lot worse than it should have gone for Radiant. They were getting the boots kicked on them, but I don't like this
Radiant's top tower
Enigma build. He's going the Wraith Pact, which theoretically should be really good against all these heroes because they're burst heavy, but he's kept Black Hole for the longest time, and Hole and Coil and Dawnbreaker all like those are going to be their keys back into this game. So itemizing not to use it, kind of strange in my opinion.
Well, Keita is running a DKMP, but there's no blink on Night Stalker quite yet. DKMP is forced to coil on what? Wait, did he use the coil there?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
They don't want to dive that far.
sprites are with us.
Regardless, abilities were used by both teams. Nothing happened. Everyone's okay. That is the classic.
Money Stone online, and here's the Wraith Bag that just came online. Now he'll go for the Blank Dagger, but interesting to see. I guess because they don't really want to fight a 5v5 is why he went this, so he had like an item to spare before he had to go Blank Dagger BKB, but Zeus is never going to get caught at this point, and if he does...
Dazzle, you are dead.
I guess you're mortal then.
I guess one of the problems this game is, I mean, that style of Dota can work, but the problem is Spectre is very comfortable playing into that.
Yeah. Which is why I think, like, it was kind of bad for him to do this, because they want to be able to push a little early, so that way Spectre can get forced out. But the fact that Spectre has not had to leave, like, her side of the map this entire game is very, very rough.
Yeah, we have not looked at KU in a long time, and he is, once again, finished Urn, finished Manta, about halfway to the Aghanim Scepter for that Shadow Step, and that's when things get scary with the Shadow Step plus Manta combination. Choppa's being gone on mid lane. I don't think he's dead, but both teams are bringing him back up, so maybe that will change. Never mind. Choppa retreats to the high ground, I believe, denying the Wraithback Totem, and that will be the end of the engagements. Top lane, there's something going on between DKMP and KU, but again, there should be no death on DKMP.
Hopefully that this Night Stalker is enough to counter the puck, because once it becomes late game, I was actually playing with KU Spectre. I was Razor, and we were against Mr. Len's puck. It's just impossible to catch this hero in the late game once he has Octarine. So hopefully there's something this game in the Night Stalker.
Ooh, tiny, big play there from Malefic. Demolishes the Enigma on the Blinken. And speaking of Night Stalker, he is looking to ascend, running towards the remainder of whatever. He sees 3, running towards Dazzle. Grave is preemptive to ensure he lives a little bit longer, but again, his life is numbered. KU will hunt in. Sus are demolishing the team fight. Webby will engage, looking to save his rating, but it's an avalanche again on 2. The damage is far too much. Keita is dead before play unleashes the ultimate. Reincarnate Pop Puck will jump away. The Afterglow is stuck in the wrong spot in the 1v4. However, Dire cannot complete the dive. Wraith King will TP away successfully. Good fight for Sus. It felt like it could have been better for them, but it ended up still being a win for them.
Yeah, Keita's streak did get ended by the Wraith King, which is kind of scary. It did just put him 800 gold above the next highest person.
Are scanning.
Alright, in Afterglow we trust, apparently.
Yeah, I checked this guy's score lines, and he's insane on the sticks. Like, this guy goes like 17-1 every single game.
I'm not sure what it is with DKMP, but he's like really good at scouting his carry players. 'Cause I remember he used to play with Artem, and they do the same thing. We just go off every single game, so maybe he knows his carry players well.
Yeah. All these niche players hidden in the depths of Dota. I saw this name Afterglow, and there's a ex Div 2 player, Oklahoma, had the same name for like a long time. So I thought it was him, and I was like, there's no way. But
I think there used to be like a Kazakhstani or a Belarusian pro player as well. It used to be called Afterglow back in the day. Like, way back in the day.
interesting.
Back in my day, probably. What can you do?
Hey man, I think we started at the same time. I started playing around 2013.
Yeah, but I peaked around 2015. It's been downhill for a while now.
Yeah.
I'm like that old guy at the bar, like, yeah, man, I was once good in high school. Now I'm 45, my knees don't work.
Radiant's bottom
Got Ags on Zeus now. 200 gold from Ags on Spectre. We'll see who the bully target will be this game. It'll most likely be the Enigma, because he has no save. If he's not sitting next to his Eidolons or his Dazzle, then he's just dead.
And that is one nice hero to remove from any engagement as well. I mean, I don't think we've seen a black hole yet this game, and if KU is killing the man, then that might not happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
There
Rush
has
is
been no
up.
black hole, right?
No, I have not seen a single black hole this game yet.
Okay, I feel better now. I've confirmed my analysis. Very cool.
Both teams can do Roche. It's actually kind of shocking that no team is setting up for it. They have Mantle and Spectre, which is all they really need, and an Enchantress leveled ult with max heal, so she could stand to tank it. It's slow, but I think they want to force out a fight before either of them take it. But I think the Radiant is also able to do it. Now that they have BKBs, they can force an engagement. But I think they're just afraid right now because they have all these scouting tools for it. Sus might be waiting for nighttime to try to make any play, though.
Yeah, see, I'll play devil's advocate for both. Dire know they're ahead, and they know the only they can throw is throwing away a team fight. And you know it's a Roshan-based fight. Throw an Enigma in there, throw a Dawnbreaker ulti, a Coil. That can really throw your game away, and then Radiant know they're behind. So
True.
forcing the fight 5v5 into the Roshan pit, into Night Stalker Ascension could be hard as well. Plus the Zeus Vision. So I can see both why they're both not doing it. Speaking of Ascension, here we go. Puck the target. Puck is demolished. And that is one good way to start your fight. Keita sees Webby. Webby has Solar Guardian. He has not used it quite yet. There is a toss in the air to cancel if Webby attempts it now. Speaking of toss, he's towards the range creep of the Radiant side. Webby again will tank the Avalanche and will die to Thunder God's Wrath over to the Radiant Tribe Camp. Afterglow and Sick Nasty are forced to run away from the remainder of Sus. And, well, you mentioned why are the teams not Roshaning? It's Roshan time. In the 5v3, Sus are comfortable.
Yep. They took a fight.
Chop
They
is dead
got
too!
rid
Oh, no!
3 of them. Yeah. And now it's nighttime too. So that was a pretty perfect Dark Ascension usage. And he eats the siege unit mid. So this wave will push in. They probably know that they're rushing. Yeah, they do because they had ward set up in the area, but they don't have anything that can deal with it.
Yeah, your tools to deal with it are currently in the grave, so not much to stop that one. First Roshan of the series goes to KU, and, well, I used to always joke back in the day when there's KU in the game, he'll get every single Roshan item in a game. I remember there was one gamer, I think it was like 3 different Roshans, and he got all 6 items from it. So I wouldn't be too shocked if we see it again today. Bottom lane, you mentioned heroes being bullied by the combination, Nimbus, but no engagement from KU. Malphite will be
He got
left to die.
stunned by the ogre creep in the camp.
Oh no!
Twice, actually.
Is that? I was wondering where was KU, and that.
He got stunned by the ogre creep.
What can you do, man? That's what can you do right there.
I mentioned this to him yesterday because he was against the Puck as well, but now he's going to go Orchid, which I think proves the point that both Dazzle and Puck are the targets for the global strat.
I like how DKMP is countering, though. He realizes this game he must buy a BKB. There's no alternative. He can't buy like Yules or Octarine Core. You have to buy this BKB. He's going straight BKB here.
Yeah, I think that's mostly to deal with the Night Stalker, because if you're ever caught on Puck under Night Stalker, then you're just dead. There's no way out of it. And the other alternative is a Force Staff, but that doesn't save him from any of these heroes.
Alright, there's still 3 minutes 30 on the Aegis. Seems like Radiant want to be able to fight, but the problem is they're fighting into the Aegis. And that's the one concern right now, taking these fights.
Play has built an Aeon disc.
Huh. Why does he have an Aeon disc?
Guess he realizes if he is ever caught in the back line when Puck tries to go for him, then his game is... He's like a significant part of damage right now. Like, Night Stalker does a lot of damage early game, but in like the mid game, it's gonna get a little harder. Forces out a BKB. Okay.
That is a nice end, of course. Foreplay disassembled the Aeon, by the way. He's getting ready to assemble it when he needs it.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to waste it.
Yeah. You don't want to waste your first charge on it, because the negative scaling really has affected it.
Alright, Blink. Oh no, the smoke broke and Enigma gets demolished. One of the two-man black hole finds an instant death. Hunt in by KU. Radiant begin to crumble. Webby will die. BKB still on cooldown. Wraith King returns. Has his BKB. DKMP will engage after those being kited around. There's too many heroes running him down. He's trying to walk away with the BKB, but Keita is blinking for more. Finding Puck. Afterglow escapes, but DKMP will not. Avalanche toss. And now he is 6 feet under. That's another 4 kills for Sus. And at long last, they will finish to return to a tier 2 tower siege. The tower is dead, and at this point, why not go high grounds?
Yeah, they have the rally creep as well, so they have 15 extra damage on anything that comes to push. No fortify on the Radiant either, so they're at least losing one lane right now. Well, they have to only lose one lane. They still have tier 2s up in the other lanes.
It might be desperation time. Radiant is smoked again. Choppo wants this black hole desperately, but again, it's the night vision. Oh, KU seems to know it. Well, he broke Afterglow's smoke. Disastrous.
Yeah. All 4 of them are up. None of them are showing to defend their racks. Not even like throwing spells out. You have to know they're smoked, waiting for you to group up so that way they can get a good combo on you.
Alright, Enchantress has been spotted. Radiant engaged for Kobe, but in comes Kate to silencing again. At long last, there is 1 kill. Choppa will black hole, but it's cancelled immediately by Nimbus. Choppa is dead. DKMP is low. DKMP will attempt the jaunt away, and he will succeed, but his teammates cannot escape. Not again is Reincarnate forced out. KU wants 1 more Wraith King kill, but a blink away, because the blink was not cancelled, ensures he will not die quite yet. That is a 1-for-1, which, for whatever, is actually quite good. But you do have to commit most of your cooldowns for that. Reincarnate on cooldown, Dream Coil on cooldown, Black Hole for the first time all game, now on cooldown.
Yeah. Unfortunate circumstances. He finally gets a good Black Hole and 2 heroes, instantly canceled by the Zeus Nimbus. Kanerin top. Huck is 800 from BKB.
That is nice.
Going Mage Slayer on Dawnbreaker.
Oh, well, Choppa's dead. You mentioned bullying via the Shadow Step, and it happened so fast, I didn't even catch it. Shadow Step in, Manta down, died within a second, and that is just one very fast skill for KU.
They're gonna do it again as soon as he's back up, too.
Alright, camera on the fountain. He's alive in 49 seconds.
I'll remind you.
Alright, perfect, perfect.
He might know. The counterplay to this is smoking. So if you smoke, then Spectre, if she goes in, uses her Mantis, haunts out, you smoke then. He has 1 opportunity to blink back in and then get out.
Do Radiant have any smokes left? We've used a lot of smokes recently. Keita will ascend. Who's Keita running? He's running at Webby, who still has BKB. Does not want to use it. Toss up. Avalanche still on cooldown, I believe. Now there's a great way for him to run away. Chopper returns into the fountain, and you're right! Demolished in the fountain by KU in foreplay. You called it during the draft. You called it multiple times. I still didn't catch it, but it's okay. Enigma's now dead.
It was happening like in the middle of a fight too. So like when you're Radiant and your comms are like, I'm saving you, and then this Enigma's like, guys, I'm dying in the fountain.
Even used the
what can you do?
Oh, what can you do at that point? That's unfortunate.
And that was Arcane Rune on Zeus Ult and Nimbus, so they're ready to go again once he's back up. So this guy is not leaving the fountain for at least another death. Oh no, he has a smoke now.
I mean, if you use the smoke to not die there, though, that's still a smoke used.
It wastes the smoke.
There's no bad play for Sus.
Look, Dazzle is waiting this time. He's great.
That's, I mean, I get it, but that's one of those plays you're not playing to win at that point. You're playing not to lose if you're playing like
He's
this.
playing to say, he's like, please don't use our smoke. We only have 2 of them. We need this really badly.
Speaking of smoke, that is a 4-man smoke. It's perhaps desperation time. Black Hole is online. Looking at Radiant's vision, they see nothing, but they run anyways towards their own tri-camp. Kobe was showing. Blink Dream Coil, Waning Rift, Blink Malthus. But in comes KU via the Haunt. In comes Keita via the Blink. Black Hole only on 1. Immediately again canceled by Nimbus. Web Eagle, Solar Guardian. At this point, Dire beginning split up. KU will kill Dazzle on the south side, but to the north side, in comes Pyda. Blinking an Avalanche, but Keita has fallen. Radiant chase for more. Foreplay sends out the lightning, but Radiant have their eyes upon the Tiny. Tiny's half HP. Refire Blast is up in right now. Malefic has Blink. He's duking around. He can blink in 2. And again, on the south side, it's KU fighting with Webby. Webby will escape for the time being, and Radiant are being pincered and collapsed upon. Choppa is dead. Webby's forced to BKB. Apple is being kited around. Foreplay has to end as he will not die. Webby cannot lifesteal up. He is now fallen. Afterglow is absolutely alone. In this 1v3, he has 2 lives, but 1 is lost in his seconds. Will be lost quite soon. He blinks in further for Foreplay, looking for the Zeus, but Zeus will barely survive. Afterglow is dead. Whatever, have lost another team fight, and this game is becoming nigh impossible.
Yeah. I mean, he has to blink that way, because that's the way he was facing when he died. But Zeus was waiting there in the wind. He tried to hit him with a lightning bolt, so he couldn't even try to do that blink play, but it only works if you have Nimbus down.
Well, here we go again. It's time for more barracks to follow, it appears. KU is just walking in there slowly, running out of Puck of all heroes, so he's not going to kill the Puck, but he's bothering Puck. And he's definitely succeeding at that.
Yeah. So that was the first fight that Wraith King, like, actually got to participate in. Like, live and almost kill a core, and then it was all really for naught. He's trying to go Silver's Edge to deal with Spectre, but I don't think you're killing Spectre this game. Spectre is level 25. He's got 4,000 HP. Like, the only way they kill him is if they kite him for so long and get a good black hole off, but I don't think Enigma's even getting BKB by the end of this game, so...
I agree. Alright, at least the Ranger Axe got denied. That's some gold saved, I guess, but now... That's a tree volley from Malefic.
He has Ags?
He has nothing to really work with the Ags, but again, it is decent damage. He's just throwing trees at people, so...
Looks like he will be going Silver's Edge, but... That's very funny to just see a 4-position Tiny just have Ags.
Alright, so we have one more Rax remaining. If Sus want to play it slowly, they can wait for that second Roshan, but I don't think they want to. It's nighttime, and nighttime is the right time to demolish more team fights.
Basher on Night Stalker.
Jesus. It's a lot of items.
Yeah, Hurricane Pike on Inch, going Vlad's Pact. Spectre just got Butterfly, so he's delaying his Basher by another item. But, I mean, that means that they still can't hit him on Wraith King. Like, Wraith King can chunk a hero, but not if he's evading at all.
I mean, at that point, yeah, between the Dispersion and the Evasion, it's just too difficult. Like, you're missing over a third of your attacks in the Spectre, and she has a lot of HP and armor. I mean... If you use everything, maybe, but KU's that sort of player who just dies alone like an idiot. That's the problem. Like, if he just, like, say, pushed all the way over to here at the high ground alone, then maybe he dies, but... He's playing it slow. He can farm more aggressively than he is, but he's playing it in a way that's conservative enough that Radiant simply cannot kill him.
Now, one thing I want to mention is that because they have a stand-in, you don't see these plays that Fox usually makes, like... Whenever I was watching one game and I saw Fox like would use a solo smoke to get like a very deep ward behind enemy lines to catch some of the backliners, so that way they have something to play off of and have good information. But I think that Signassi's probably not that type of player to like risk his life to go out and place a good ward just for information's sake. So I think that they really have nothing to play off. They have to play this high ground defense as best as they can, but they don't really have the tools to perform a really good high ground defense to get all the spells that they need off.
By the way, if you're keeping track, that is 3 out of 3 Roshan items going to KU, both Aegis's and the Naganim Shard. Zeus also has Refresher Orb, so it may be Ion Cannon time, 2 Nimbuses, 2 Thunder God's Wraths, throw in a Shadow Step, throw in a Haunt, just demolish. I mean, anybody with Wraithing at this point, I think. Maybe Webby can survive, but if you catch Puck, Puck's gonna have a rough time with this damage.
Yeah, I think mostly his tools will just he'll use one Nimbus to stop the black hole, and then he'll use the other one to probably kill the Dazzle.
That sounds correct. It's less fun than what I said, but it sounds correct.
Yeah. Dazzle sitting on 1200 HP. No sort of magic resistance. It's a sad
He's
life.
buying a cloak soon. You know, he's gonna get that cloak. That might reduce the damage a little bit.
Got the headband, so he doesn't really have to be that far up, but it's Zeus. Global presence. Yeah, just before reductions, just 2 Thunder God's Wrath is enough to kill Dazzle from full.
Instead of going on Dazzle, they went on Dawnbreaker, and Webby apparently not amused with the attempt there. A little bit of all chat lining coming out, but I guess that's good. Keep morale high. It is game 1. The game's not over yet, but I'm sure both teams are aware of the game state. Both teams are aware that Sus are in a significant lead. If you're wondering, it's a 29,000 gold lead. So that's very high. Dota Plus gives the... Guess the Dota Plus win chance.
Guess it gets one of those 100% ones.
Well, it's been 100% for the last 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I know that Dota Plus likes Spectre, but wow, that's a lot of percentages.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, I think as long it's not good for the Radiant, but it's probably good for the Radiant as long as they can delay long enough for Enigma to get a BKB, but I don't think that's happening. And I also don't think they have a Philosopher's Stone, so it just feels bad. You just have to sit here and accept what's coming eventually.
Alright, they actually hexed KU, but never mind, he's fine. I guess the one problem is, even though you're not dying on Swabber's side, you're not farming as much of the map. And you can draw a little line here, where Radiant are farming in this little white sort of semicircle area, and Dire farming everything on the other side, and there's, you know, both jungles, both tri-camps on the other side, so it's hard to really play the farm game. And I get why they're playing in their base like this, but you're being out-farmed heavily by doing this.
Feels really bad whenever your 4-position Tiny has more farm than the mid and the 3 of the enemy team.
Alright, Webby is in. He is tired of sitting in the base. In comes Tiny. Avalanche used. Haunt activated. KU will go for Dazzle. Dazzle will raise himself, and everything is unleashed. Choppa is dead. Radiant collapsing. BKB comes out from DKMP, but there is no saving your team fight right now. Enigma has bought back, but KU again is man fighting. As do Light Afterglow will lose one of his. Puck wants to return to the right side of the fight right now, and Enigma is now diebacked. Wraith Fire Blast hits on Edge. The Edge mega crit down by the Silver Edge. No! The Hurricane Pike. The attack speed was just too slow. Afterglow could not break the passive in time. His attack speed was too slow. So now Webby will die on the west side again. Blink in by Wraith King, but the Yule's on top of him. He's being kited around, and KU will annihilate the second life of the Wraith King. Webby buys back, stunning KU, but his fight, it is a lost cause. There is no winning this game. There are no G's in the chat, but we'll be seeing two quite soon because the Radiant are running out of base defenders. DKMP, he's being dove in a fountain even. Dazzle now returns, and that is still a death on everybody. Full 5-man life. That's your GG calls.
Yeah, you accidentally threw him in the fountain there because he's sitting there trying to get the toss off on Puck, but Puck still has Blink up. Tosses the Zeus in on Puck because Puck shows again, so now Zeus is in the fountain.
It worked out.
Yeah, they played the game exactly as their draft predicted it to be. Just bully this Enigma into non-existence, more or less. Like, that fight, he showed up, he had full HP, Zeus ulted twice, and then he instantly evaporated. It wasn't even close.
Alright, so we are back in the lobby for game number 2. I think my logical gamer might be available now. I think
Whatever you want to do.
I think 5-4 staff have finished demolishing EG in a scrim or something. Something like that.
Oof. Don't do that to him, man. Didn't make it out of group stage, and now you're going to bully him live on stream.
I actually, they actually were not scrimming EG today. I know who they were scrimming, but I can't leak that one. But they were not scrimming EG today.
Yeah. I wonder what whatever can do to shake it back up though, because it definitely looked like a steamrolling that game. Without Fox, like it does not seem that Sick Nasty plays to the spec of their liking, more or less. Excuse me.
Alright, let's see here. Oh, that's logical Dota 2, baby.
Not this guy.
Well, Joric, I'd like to thank you for coming on literally a 2-minute notice to cast
TriCast,
game
man?
one. No, if you come on now. You've earned it. You've earned a TriCast.
That's the meta now, man. You get a good player, an analyst, and a shoutcaster.
What are you?
Way life goes.
Which of the three are you then?
You know, if Logical's the analyst and you're the shoutcaster, that only leaves one.
All right, let me add logical to this TM then. All right, we are now in a group chat. Let's go. Wait for it.
Very powerful.
Wait for it. Wait for it. We're still waiting for it.
Good old Ratchical.
I tell you, he's getting a Discord sound effect. Whenever he hits Do Not Disturb on, but he's getting a call message from Badger. He sees me on his screen, I'm sure. Who won the game? Okay, so Sauce won the game one flip. Okay.
Because they chose Dire.
Yeah, Sus chose Dire, whatever chose second pick, and we are now being joined by the one, the only, Mr. 5 Rav 4 staff, Mr. Nouns, social media manager, 8K Dota player extraordinaire, and friend of the one and only Bulba Dota. It's Logical Dota 2. How are you this fine evening?
Thank you. Fred is definitely
Friend is a strong.
Fred is a stretch. I don't think he'll remember me, but
You're
yeah.
Giant, man. What do you mean?
I'm Giant. He knows Giant.
I was gonna say, I actually botched my. I was supposed to call you Giant in an accident, but what can you do?
Okay. Next time.
Next time.
Yeah. I saw a little bit of game one. I saw Sus kind of give him the hands, but that's about.
You missed their strat. They had Spectre Zeus. The Enigma respawns. They Nimbus the Fountain. Spectre uses the axe to get in, drops the Manta, backs out, and just kills him over and over. He has no chance of leaving the Fountain.
Oh, it happened multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I'm from, that's known as bullying, but
Yeah.
It's true.
good for them.
Okay, they chose Puck. Anyone that chooses Puck deserves to get bullied.
Right.
Let's go. There's a lot of other heroes that need to be bullied before Puck, I'm sure.
Not in this meta, man.
Marcy, Dawnbreaker, Bristleback, Pudge.
Yeah, those heroes have counters. Like you have to be
What
pretty good.
what counter is there to Pudge?
What counters there to Pudge?
Bristleback.
Ursa.
Oh yeah.
King.
Razor.
Okay, Raise. I'm not
Brain
picking
Cell
Razor.
to not let him go and farm the entire game and try to invade before he gets his Ag Scepter.
I'm being personally attacked right now.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go that far.
It's okay. I understand.
But no, this Puck hero is just so annoying. Like the fact that she can phase out. Like imagine if OD had Shard innately and could then just walk around and then just imprison himself again, keep walking around, and then buys a Blink Dagger and then blinks away and imprisons himself again and walks around.
I was playing OD last night. I can confirm he does not do that.
Mhm.
Definitely does
I
not.
saw you
do
lost. That was disappointing to me. I was hoping that you were gonna go 25-0.
I was trying, but I played the game badly, and the opponents played the game well. My teammates also played the game badly, so we lost. We also dove tier 3s, and we shouldn't have, and then we got Tusk Ags tossed under tier 4s, so it's just... Technically, I was not the one who was tossed under the tier 4s, but sometimes you see your teammate under that, you have to blink in to save them, and then you feed 3 heroes instead of 1 hero, and then they win the game, so... Fuck you,
Yeah,
bro.
I've been there. Okay. I'm gonna look at some draft orders.
So how was demolishing OG and Scrims today?
Just the usual. It's we're pretty numb to it at this point. It's like a constant occurrence.
Of course.
Can't wait to see 5 Red beast in the open qualifiers for TI.
That's right.
So It's actually close
That will happen.
qualifiers, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true. The open qualifiers were like technically the last season's open quals, right?
Pretty much.
Sure.
It's been a while since we've had no open qualifiers for TI. I think the last time that happened was like, what, TI4? Maybe TI3, actually?
I think it was last TI, actually, but
Yeah, it was last
Was there
year.
not open quals for last TI?
There were
no,
wild card
it
for
was
last
the
year.
same way.
Really?
Yeah, there was no last chance either. There was no open quals, no last chance.
Oh, my bad, my bad. It's not completely forgot about that. I think I should have known that. Oh well. We are waiting on a G from whatever, so I can go and grab some more water, and then I guess I'll just leave you to do draft discussion.
I don't think there were that many highlights from the last TI calls. It was like, I think Envy's team made a run or something. They got like 4th or something somehow. And
Then he watched TI and decided to go into retirement.
yeah. And then in Europe as well, Depressed Kid, they almost beat Spirit. And Spirit
Oh.
almost didn't make TI call, or didn't make TI.
Yeah.
I don't remember the rest of the regions. Liquid
Like-
lost.
I think the SEA team, wasn't it? It was T1 for the first time making it through, right?
Ooh.
No, because they went to the Animator.
I think they may have gotten directly invited, but it's been a while. It's been over a year at this point almost.
Regional qualifiers, Southeast Asia. It was Fnatic. They made it.
Mm.
TNC had the most points, and then it was Neon. Oh yeah, because they did well at that one major, and then the Fnatic managed to make it.
I remember T1 getting, I think it was like 3rd at one of the majors, but I guess it wasn't enough points.
They directly qualified, I think, this
Okay.
last year. China. Oh yeah, Elephant made it like last second. I think they weren't even a team for like a full season or something. Oh no,
Yeah.
they were a team. They were a team for a while, right? But they just like they were literally one slot away from making
It was
a
old
ton of majors.
RNG. They had some.
What now?
Then something happened with the Elephant Org or something.
I mean, I know they disbanded after TI.
Yeah.
Apparently KU's thinking what I'm thinking. I'm getting no G's. They're getting no G's. Nobody's
Fortnite
getting
or
G's. Oh,
4Play's trying to play Fortnite. Plays Goku.
Goku with the Amogus backpack.
I'll be right back, boys.
Powerful.
I'm looking at some. I don't know the whatever team that well. I know their mid player plays some Spirit Heroes.
Yeah,
That's
they have a
about it.
stand-in. I think they're offlaners. They're both like MD2L. Like they came from MD2L. One of them is Webby. The other one is he goes by Choppa, but that's not what people call him. But he was like ranked 400 for like a long time.
What do people call them?
I'm not sure what they. Trying to think. His name used to be Jubalenda.
For real? No. That's the guy in the profile. That's the guy in the picture, but that's not Jubilena.
Oh.
10 seconds remaining.
What did he go by? He went by something. I can't remember what it was.
5 seconds remaining.
Uh,
Team ban.
Hold on, I got some context I could ask.
Uh,
Team ban.
Visage Band was last phase band last time by Sus. Oh, okay. Oh, they're first picking. Oh no, they're not first pick this time. I see. So they. No, actually, I don't get it. I guess they're
What?
trying to leave.
Banning the Visage?
10 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
I don't think. Well, I think they realized that last game they were prepping. I was in their chat before, but they were prepping to ban against this Iceborn guy, and that guy only plays Wyvern. And Sick Nasty like does not play Wyvern. I'm pretty sure.
I see. Okay.
So they're just gonna ban the Visage, and they only pick these push heroes when they have 8 pick. So I'd expect like a Prophet on 8 or like a Lycan or something.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Take the Wyvern and Tiny.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I don't know if DKMP plays Zeus though. It kind of is weird that you'd say that somebody doesn't play Zeus because that hero is point click.
Seconds remaining.
Yeah, I've
PvE.
seen him play it. I don't know if he wants to play it, but he played it against me in PDC.
5
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
They did pick some heroes that are pretty good against Zoo, against 7 heroes. Wyvern and Tiny.
Yeah. I think specifically versus Wyvern, they might choose the Lycan.
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of surprising. I guess their carry player probably just a big fan of Jug. Yeah, it's one of his most played.
I don't like
10
this.
seconds
I think
remaining.
this Afterglow guy always has like
5
score lines
seconds
galore.
remaining.
Like 17-1. What else was he? He went 11-1, 17-2, 11-1, 9-0. Like on these Jug heroes, I think Jug is his top played carry hero right behind Phantom Assassin. This guy also used to go by Ada Donna, it seems.
Ban.
Never heard of him, but Reed is what his name was, I'm pretty sure. The 4-player Choppa.
I see. Okay. That name sounds familiar, but I don't recognize them.
10 seconds remaining.
I think he
5 seconds remaining.
talks to the seals pretty frequently.
Dire team ban.
Also, I mean, I think the Jug pick is like obviously good for laning, especially if it's going to be Tiny for Jug's going to be completely fine in lane. I don't think it's particularly amazing against Wyvern though. You like already have spin TP cancel
10
in the
seconds remaining.
first phase of the draft. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of this draft. I know
5
Fear
seconds remaining.
said that he thought that Jug was like massively overrated, and this hero's only like 23, 24 pick. I don't know if I'd go that far. I think the hero's still good, but as far as 8 pick goes, it's just a comfort thing. It's like 100% a comfort thing.
Yeah, I think there's heroes against it as well. Like
10
your
seconds
Ursas, your TBs. They might, if they don't ban TB with their last ban here, then they're gonna get TB'd. But
remaining.
I think there's heroes against it. But I think that Sus needs to ban the Marcy because Marcy Jug will just run over any offlaner. Like you have to pull the wave. There's no playing the lane whatsoever. So and Tiny doesn't really like that because Tiny loves to be in kill lanes. I think it's kind of rough.
Dire team ban.
But who knows? Sick Nasty might not even play Marcy.
Yeah, there's a lack of more. Or
Radiant
yeah,
team ban.
Marcy like a Dawnbreaker.
I mean normally I see like one of these ranged heroes, and already a couple of them are getting banned out. But like, I think notably, Viper is just vibing in the hero in the draft pool right now.
Yeah, Viper's fully ignored. And I don't think they'll choose it on Radiant either, just because against Jug, it's like okay, but
5 seconds
it's
remaining.
not the best.
A Viper against Joy? Yeah, I think. I mean, like,
The spin doesn't do anything because of corrosive skin, but I think later in the game, like
Radiant
you're gonna try to click him and then he spins and runs away anyways, so your slow doesn't really do anything. And they ban the Viper anyways. I guess because they banned Bristle, but this leaves TB in the pool. They might not choose it against Zeus. They might wait to see if it's a mid Zeus or not. But I think KU, like as a player, is
10
not
seconds.
afraid of a Zeus if it's not on a good player.
5 seconds remaining.
yeah, I like it. I don't think it's particularly a good TV game, but he might just pick it because he likes the hero.
Dire
Yeah.
team pick.
Ooh. This hero is a hero that like kind of fell off for being wholly part of the zoo meta. People just stopped picking Beastmaster unless it was like 18 or 24 pick, and then they got ran over because it was Beastmaster last pick.
Remaining.
The only team that was still like choosing it,
5
I think, was
seconds
Entity.
remaining.
But this is a sus like comfort hero. Keita loves these micro heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, I Entity picked it like late pick, but I don't think they're picking up before last phase. I mean, there was the last pick carry Beastmaster that went crazy that one game
Yeah,
Dire team pick.
against CG, I think. Yeah.
don't bring it up, man. Still got depression.
Me too. Me too.
No, welcome back.
Entrance. Yeah, welcome back, exactly.
You know, you got depressed kid. You see EG lose to Andy. I'm depressed girl, man. At that point,
Good one.
10 seconds remaining.
it's not a good
Press
one.
team
It's not
kind of fell off
reality.
as well. Kind of the same as Beastmaster. His team's not doing too hot. They lost to a team that didn't qualify to Division 2 Eastern Europe in DTCO. I'm praying for him.
Wait,
You
who?
gotta stop losing to Rudy and Jim in pubs. Then you know my boy Jim
Yeah.
just demolishing depressed kid in pubs.
That guy's quite a character.
Radiant team.
The great Salacious Sea Lion 62. He's a guy.
No, not Rudy and Jim. I'm talking about the press kid, but yeah.
Depressed kid's a different kind of character.
I don't like this Mars pick.
Yeah, me either.
You choose Mars to be paired with something that, like a snap or something that has combo potential that they can't like get out of the arena or get into the arena, like a Phoenix Egg,
Seconds remaining.
and they have absolutely none of that. And now they can basically save KU's pick for last pick if they wanted to, and then they could choose something that deals with a Zeus or deals with any of these heroes. They could Bat Rider at 18 here. It's okay. If it's against Zeus, like, it's not meant for the Zeus. It deals with the Enchantress. It deals with the Jug. Like, you get BKB second item or third item, so you can just fully deal with the Mars Arena. They could go for something else. 4 play as a mana, mini mysteries. Might choose Drow mid.
I think you might be the tiny also. They tend to early pick as heroes and what else? It's like you can catch the Zeus at least. I mean, you die very, very quickly to the Zeus, but you know, at least
Yeah.
you're able to like blink out, toss him back.
Probably what they're deciding now. If they want something that on the Mr. Doc, or they just want to send the tiny mid.
I would love to see some more Tiny 4. I thought Boddock played it very well last game. You just go like Wyvern 5, Tiny 4, Beastmasters 3, and then just you roll it up with this, I don't know, Terrorly pick or something. That is not
Yeah.
Terrorly.
TA versus Jug, huh? TA versus Mars, actually, huh?
It's pretty good. I think it makes sense. I mean, it's like a comfort thing, of course, but it's good against the Jug. Yeah, it's pretty good against Jug, and then against Mars, the lane is like
Radiant team
whatever.
ban.
If the Mars is a beast, then he just like clicks one of his spells every time you press meld because the force movement breaks it.
No pun intended on that, or what?
I think it was fun unintended.
I didn't realize what I did, so yeah, sure.
10 seconds.
He said
So
whatever.
The lane would
It
be
was
whatever.
Oh,
But just
Yeah.
anyways,
I appreciate that, Joric.
yeah. I don't know. Just like my mind immediately goes to Jug Shard, and TA getting spun on doesn't really feel too good. But I guess if he ever tries to Omni Slash you, they have to have some sort of vision. Otherwise, you're just gonna meld and he can't do anything.
yeah. I mean, if you were able to like Scotty stick on the TA, it's definitely good. But just overall, clicking the Jug during spin and I mean, yeah, like you just hit your timing a lot earlier, and you're able to. You can like pretty much always kill the Jug unless he's wildly ahead of you.
Yeah. They have really good Roche potential on the Radiant as well.
Team ban.
Dire's Roche, they have to take a fight to win, but Radiant's Roche, they clear it in like 10 seconds. Beastmaster TA, Wyvern to tank. No bat, no Mr. Foes, so it is looking like a tiny mid.
10
I'd be interested in seeing what ends up being this last pick then, if it's tiny mid, because we're expecting a Beastmaster 3 still, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, almost 100%.
they could Monkey King. It's not the best. They could. Marcy's still in the pool. Marcy is unlooked at by both teams.
10 seconds.
That's true. I don't think Marcy is the. I mean, Marcy is like interesting. It's pretty good
5
against
seconds remaining.
a jug in lane because you can make them run fast so they can run away from a spin. But I assume they're gonna pick like a ranged hero for Malphite.
That's kind of like the. They might choose Hoodwink, but that's kind of like the meme right now. Is that the offlaner is really ranged, and then the 4 is these melee heroes like Tiny,
Yeah,
Kicker. Yeah, I'm not sure of any ranged hero that Psyduck would play against this team. They might be lacking like. No, they're not lacking early catch at all. Like they just barrel down lanes.
Team pick.
Ember.
Amber.
So it is a 4 Zeus.
I would have liked to see. I mean, you guys mentioned possibly getting a better pairing for the Mars lane, but it will be Zeus.
It's okay.
10 seconds.
They do a lot of damage. It's a holy nuking lane, but versus TA, she doesn't really care. The Wyvern might care, but Wyvern should be playing in the trees significantly far back anyways. Also, you can't spear Wyvern while she's flying, so I fell in a trap to that one multiple times. They might coddle mid. I think it might be a good coddle mid game for Radiant.
There is 10 seconds of reserve time. That's before the Quran being dead body banner is covered up. Marcy, wait a minute.
I've got such a big brain, guys. Remember when I said before Logical got in here, Badger? That's why they pay me the big bucks.
I guess you're right then. We're going to see a mid-tiny, a 4 Marcy, a 5 Wyvern, carry TA, 3 Beastmaster. We're in for an interesting game here.
Yeah, this just helps with their barrel down lineup. Like Marcy, constant on the move, constant catch. Keep your cores healed up with the sidekick. I don't know how it deals with an Enchantress. Also, why does Juggernaut look like he is from the depths of the world? Does anybody else see that?
Is it just all the cosmetics? I mean, actually, yeah, I see it in the torso.
It's got like
now,
some weird
yeah.
reddish glow.
In the torso, I see it. It's like a
Yeah.
made of obsidian or something, or like
Is that
lava.
the Arcana?
Maybe. I'm not a cosmetic expert. I actually prefer whatever's draft. Whose drafts do you guys prefer here?
I think if Sus hits their timings, I think their draft is better. But I think whatever has an easier to execute lineup.
I like the Ember. Yeah, I'd say I like whatever's draft better. I think Sus is gonna win though.
You know, it's always fun with the one fun part with the TriCast sometimes. Like, all right, you need to adjust the audio levels again. You adjust them once for your co-caster. It's like, wait, now I've got 2 co-casters. It's like, all right, move some levers around, move things to the left, move to the right. Hopefully we're good. If it's not good, chat, please tell me if like Logical's too loud or too. What happened? Oh, we're good. We're good. We're in.
Nope, we got a
What?
remake.
No.
This happened in a scrim earlier to me.
They did just straight up didn't spawn in. On
Yeah,
Dire.
they're just not gonna spawn in. You just have to go remake. This happened in a scrim yesterday to us. I don't know why it happens. Oh, you can see you can.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're good. All right, cool.
Foreplay called
That-
GG 3 times, guys. Admin, hello.
No
That
comment.
is kind of fucked up though. Radiant just got like 5 seconds to get out of the base faster.
And sometimes the game just wants you to win, you know? Alright, if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of the Lad Season 10 playoff matchup between whatever on the Dire team and Sus on the Radiant team. Season 7 champion Sus won game number 1, and in dominant fashion, and they're looking to close it up 2-0. I am joined tonight by Magnus player extraordinaire, again, Mr. Joric, who was here for game number 1, and I am now being joined by Mr. Logical Dota for game number 2, and hopefully we're in for a good game too.
I'll be creeping while you are sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the first. They didn't do this last game, but they 5-man smoke to come and take a team fight level 1.
He jumps in!
He got jump
He
level 1
jumps
on.
in! That's a bold play right there. Choppa is going to certainly die, but can Dire get vengeance? Spin upon KU. He has no refraction. Meld is on cooldown, and his life is on cooldown. First blood goes to Kobe, but Dire gets the kill on Ember on the TA.
I think that's still good for Radiant. I guess this guy has to use his. I guess he's like kind of set on TA because he's gonna like miss a creep or something.
He
Does he
doesn't
have
get
to-
to set up in the lane. He won't be there in time to sit and meld in the lane to hit the Mars.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
What is Kobe doing exactly?
He has to TP. If he walked back down, he was gonna get encompassed by the Mars and the Jug. And
I think he's just gonna like fly and then maybe he hits the Mars. Maybe gets a cheeky hit on the Mars while he's blocking. Nah, yeah,
There's
he's just
no
gonna
way.
TP.
Is he going to career snipe maybe?
And he has no Obzord. He has to like Spidey sense it.
Yes, Spidey senses, but he's not going to use them quite yet.
he's still gonna go try and sit in the lane, but it's too late.
Yeah, this guy also has to get slight level 1 on Ember for that, so he doesn't get to get Flame Guard. And then they get Heavenly Jump on Zeus, which maybe isn't the worst thing in the world, but
You can mess with the enemy CS.
I mean, yeah, you can like trade with it. I don't think that's what he was looking to get at level 1 though.
Yeah.
It's the El Clasico happening top lane, by the way. Malefic has grabbed the creep wave. He's redirecting it. He is not interested in interacting in the lane.
Yeah, I don't like this Enchantress counter pick versus Beastmaster. I mean, it's good whenever he gets his Dom, but Beastmasters go axes now in the lane. Like, they get 1 point in the Bird and the Hawk, but I don't think...
He missed the wave on Malefic. He's gonna have to tank it now.
That'll be fine.
What can you do?
What can you do, indeed?
I mean, I guess it's kind of nice because this guy has to like take these creeps on her tower now. Yeah, I like what the Enchantress is doing, dragging it off tower. That's interesting. Maybe that's actually good.
You often see it drag this direction. Wait, okay, there it is.
Yeah.
This direction rather than this direction, but it ended up working out. I think it was only one last miss for Jug, and Inch still got it, so that's completely fine.
Yeah, I mean, the direction that you pointed out is ideal, but I think he was just a little bit late on it. Only missed like 1 creep, and the Enchantress got the XP for it, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
And this mid lane, DKMP, he's got 2 points on Flame Guard now. He's chilling. He's having a good time.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen here. Both these heroes are gonna farm.
Yeah, this is actually a relatively boring laning phase in that, there's 2 lanes. Not many kills are going to happen. It's 1 lane bottom. That's our hope, is something bottom might happen. And so far, there is some brawling going on, but now our support is overcommitting. Simply throwing out some spells and then not dying. We are seeing tips top lane, but
Don't be mad.
seems like everyone's going to be okay top lane as well.
Yeah, I think bottom is where they want to have pressure happening. Like, they want to fight this Wyvern. Speaking of which...
Yeah, you go in, Spears off the mark though from Webby. He did not want to fight the melded KU, and as a result, the Wyvern will sell up and be fine.
They have this deep lane ward, like, all the way in the back, so they want to scout, like, whenever the Wyvern is here or not, sitting in the trees trying to go for pulls. And that's what they want to play off of, but I don't think they can kill either of the heroes in this lane.
Well, at least the career will die, but Choppa might just die for that. He has Heavenly Jump, but never mind. Radiant will not commit for the kill. KU knows if he committed for the kill, he would have missed an entire creep wave perhaps, and that's not worth it. Instead, they run at Webby. Webby is not able to 2 hits from dying, but will spear away the Templar Assassin. Meaning again, no deaths in the bot lane, but at least there was some action, and that was fun to watch for a while.
Don't be mad.
Mid
I'm
lane, though, is
surprised
a
they went for
dive,
that.
maybe? Never mind. Malefic has disposed on
He's gonna get
Ember.
taught? Oh,
Yes, Shane's though. Okay. He's good.
he barely missed the toss on the Ember, tossed the Marcy back. Might have been a kill. Hard to say.
No Alk Tiny, that's what I gotta say.
Yeah, yeah. Not even
No,
me and Foreplay have been able to do that, so I can't
so
imagine.
high tech.
I can't imagine anyone's ever gonna do that. Actually,
Like your Bane Stormcrafter tech.
yeah, that one's still in the game. I've never even seen anyone. Like sometimes I'll keep a Stormcrafter in my backpack when we're going high ground in case they like fountain dive us or something, and I need a second fountain.
I need. That's funny.
I don't understand when to use that though. That's okay. That's what I do that for.
You have the tech just saved up for one day. Maybe one day you'll need it. When that day comes and say, oh my god, what a sick player with the Stormcrafter tech on Bane. Instead, bottom lane, never mind, Chop is fine. He just heavily jumps away. Webby will get run at, but again, has a spear, has a rebuke, will rebuke KU and walk away. Melt is online, but again, Webby will not die yet.
Tons of
That has
spells
quite a
used.
few. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, there's tons of spells being used bottom. Like 3 of the players in this lane have sticks or wands, and they're almost always full charge at any given moment.
Nice pull by Kobe.
I saw
Yeah, and
you
that
from
spear was really bad. I mean, that spear was not the best either. It like let them deny the range. He got one of them, but let the wave like kill the camp slower, and now the wave's in a really good spot for Sus. The top lane, the Jug has a lot of denies, so that's what I was gonna say. It's I think they misplayed it a little bit. I like their pull was fine, I think. But after that, I think they've just been like missing a lot of waves or not contesting.
Oh.
Is it just me?
The server
No.
the server died for me.
Well, everyone's running in place. Seems like Dota is not cooperating, though. It seems like we're all here in good spirits. Hopefully, it's not the players.
got kicked
Hopefully,
out.
it's just the casters. Hopefully, everything's okay and the servers aren't just dying on us tonight. That'd be very inopportune if the servers decided to die in the middle of our playoff series again, which has happened before in Lad's history. Okay, we're back. I guess, okay, this isn't as bad as the war. You guys remember that one time where it was, I don't remember who Nier's team was playing. Was it the Sus team, actually? Where they were playing in playoffs. And it was the game 3 of a deciding game in the BO3 in losers' quarters. And the game crashed at like minute 40 and we couldn't reconnect at all. It was bad.
Had to remake, yeah.
We had to remake it entirely. And I remember Nier was not happy because Nier's team was up by like 3K that game. And they ended up losing the remake. He was not happy, man.
Yeah, I don't remember who did it, but I also remember the one time like they were in the middle of a series or it was like 5 minutes before a series and a patch dropped, and I had to study up as fast as possible. But it does not seem like it was just us. Keita seems to be out of the game right now.
I'm seeing some stuff in the KU. we're hearing some possible hoping for the patch day to happen, but when do we think the patch is gonna happen? Is that like later this week? When is
The
patch
18th of September, isn't it?
18th?
No, it says before then. Before then,
Oh, okay.
it
Well,
was
the
before
17th
the
of
third. I'm
September.
pretty sure it was before the 3rd of September.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
so you're telling me we're getting a crappy battle pass in like 2 days, but not getting a patch for weeks? Like, come on, man.
No. I think it's It's probably happening after. When does this Malaysian tournament start?
It starts Monday, right? It
Yeah,
starts
I think-
Tuesday. It starts Tuesday, actually.
It starts Monday.
It started Monday? I thought it started Tuesday.
Oh, Monday for me because it's 11 p.m.
So Tuesday
Fine,
Malaysia time we'll go with.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay. It's
then-
way before. Yeah, okay. It's before the 3rd. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So it will definitely be after this tournament because this tournament is literally 2 days, 1 day.
Oh, so you're telling me that they'll hold the patch for ESL Malaysia, but when I'm running BTS Pro Series, they'll drop a patch mid-series on me? Because they did that
Well,
once.
fun.
They
They
dropped
should,
it
they
after
should do it right
mid-series.
before the first round of games start for the ESL tournament, and the teams just have to like figure
Fucking
out
out.
what's good real fast.
That's
That'd
how
be fun.
it used to be like that. Like I distinctly remember a tournament back in like 2014, 2015 where that happened. It was like they took a day and then they released the patch on that day, and so teams had a day to study the patch.
Yeah, that's hype.
Did they still have, were you still able to select version in the lobby at that point? I remember, like, way back, you could select between either current patch or tournament patch, and they would host tournaments on, like, a stable patch, and they would, like, constantly release updates between that. That's like
I don't
2012, 2013. No, those were different times.
That was before my time.
The
Like,
patches, there's also a lot less
Cutting
stable
the
back
wave
then.
now. You guys see this?
Now, Kate just, he's playing.
Yes,
Oh,
he
there's
does
a
this
deny.
every single time.
You get two of the
Who
creeps tonight.
denies? And a tip!
He's out of mana. He doesn't have a Sage's Mask or a Bassi or... Oh, that was a good play, actually. Wait, Sick Nasty's owning him.
I mean, he
He's
is
not going to die. This is bad.
playing Enchantress.
I mean, he owned him as far... like, you can't really own people on Enchantress, but he did it. He, like, denied his... Like, the creep was about to die, and then it got denied. And now Keita's dead. He doesn't have
That's an
mana.
Omni
TP.
Slash, yeah. Yep, you realize that offhand a comment you made about Enchantress, Dawes is going to be in my chat in 2 minutes claiming that. It's like, oh my god, what do you mean you can't make outplays on Enchantress? Enchantress is so good! You're going to see him in there, I guarantee it.
I mean, he outplayed him there with Enchantress. That's about as good as it gets. Like, his creep was about to die, and then he took the boar. Because Keita spawned a boar. And that denies the summon.
I feel like Webby's going to die soon. He's very low under this tower. He's slowed by Splinter Blast, though no dive is going to happen.
He's got Arena. He can defensively Arena if he needs it. And they're about to zap the 2 traps on the ground.
And that is the trap in... Sorry, I should say the arena in. Trap's not going to save KU. Wrong words on that one from me, but it is still the right play for the Dire to bring down KU. They will not get the Wyvern on top, but they came for their main objective. They wanted to carry Templar Assassin and the Killer.
Oh my god, is he gonna get trapped? No, he's fine, okay.
Oh, unfortunate. Webby's a happy man. He's salved up. He's good.
He bought his own sentry, so that way they can't place traps right in the middle of the lane too.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, pretty good play.
Yeah.
KU has to TP back down here.
Usually when Keita plays Beastmaster, he would try to do that cut play, like sit between the towers and then eventually make his way between the tier 2 and 3 and cut the wave there. If he's playing some micro-intensive hero, Webby goes down anyways.
Missed that.
It seems.
I caught it. Don't worry, I caught it.
Oh, okay, that's
Okay,
good.
yeah,
Keep going, Joric.
But I think the Enchantress, like, as we saw earlier, stops that play. He might try to do it again once he actually gets his Dom. But that's what he's trying to aim for, is to make his way between the tier 2 and 3. Kind of like how Clueless used to play on Axe, where you just sit back there and you don't really want to commit a hero to going back there. But eventually, like, you have to bully him out, otherwise your towers are slowly going to get taken because you have no waves to counter push.
I think it would like kind of make sense if he either like maxed animals and he was just like he was spawning Boros off cooldown, but he's like getting access points and then he has no mana regen, so he can't actually like kill the wave past like 1 or 2 creep waves.
Yeah, I think that's why he usually waits to do it when he has like a Dom or something, and like halfway to the Vlad's pack whenever you have the Bassi, so that way
Oh
you
yeah,
can do something like that. You can just sit there and click it. Like, you're gonna cut the wave anyways, and the longer you take, like, the tower's gonna get hit no matter what. But
yeah. Once you have the Dom, it's like it completely changes stuff. I feel like then that's like a very common play to just kind of sit there and farm out that area, because then you can like drag the wave with your Dom as well and just like farm the drone camps nearby.
That's an important
He's
ace room for DKMP. KU wanted to contest it, but instead, there's actually a big fight going on. DKMP and Choppa, they're actually dying right now. DKMP will actually die to 4-play. It's an arena on 3 to the pause.
Is this guy dead? I have no idea.
no, wait, KU might die.
He's got
No,
he's
he has
got
raindrops.
raindrops.
Yeah.
He's
will be
gonna
fine.
he's gonna get pushed into it, but the Wyvern's the one that's gonna get. Oh, Wyvern won't get speared because he's flying.
This is actually a real interactions puzzle right here. You put this on the screen.
Wyvern will
what's
go
going to
over.
happen?
He'll still hit the TA. If
It was a
TA doesn't
15.
get hit by these spears,
TA lives with 15. That's what I'm saying.
I could
he
4-play
pulls-
move slightly and tank the spear, actually?
No, I mean they're gonna get hit by it. No matter the Wyvern's the one who got connected by the spear, but it hits everything along its path anyways.
Okay.
I think the TA is gonna tank the spear. It's gonna proc raindrops. It's gonna get hit by the arena, and then
W'd and then die.
Yeah, 58. No,
Yeah,
she's
I-
still dead to rebuke. Never mind.
oh,
Webby,
KU.
he's standing his ground right now, but as happens top lane, we're seeing another 1v2 fight as well. Afterglow will barely survive. Back to the bottom. Webby's dead. Back to the top. Pydock has died. And that is Sick Nasty trying to run down Keita. Jug is standing under his tower. Monster Run with Omni Slash perhaps, but across the map, I believe that's a 2 for 2. Correction, a 2 for 3 in Sus's favor. So again, big fight there. Ultimately goes the way of Sus, but across the map, that is a lot of brawling. Actually, mid lane. I think we're in for more. Maybe not.
He's got Blink finished on Tiny now. Having a very good game.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to assume, like, the Jug is still less than 1k HP, so with, like, +1 hero or, like, a little bit of extra damage, like a single Beastmaster axe is on top of it, I think that he can kill the Jug. That's probably his best play, so I hope he goes for it.
I think
Man.
he'll go for that if he gets the 12-minute rune. If he doesn't, I think he's just going to be content and sitting back and farming. He has a clarity on the way, so he might just go for it anyways. But, yeah.
I think his Wyvern should smoke him, and then they should go and rock
Marcy's
top.
going instead.
Okay, yeah.
Wyvern to farm mid.
This works, yeah.
Wyvern dead mid.
You should curse him. Ah, he's fine, okay.
Alright, 2-man smoke top lane. Blink reveal on... Ooh, that's an important kill. Afterglow could not get the spin off in time. And that right there, there's been a lot of debate recently between what you go first on a mid-tiny, whether it's Echo or Blink before play. Opted for Blink and revealed it for a very good cause.
Yeah, it's good. Getting these kills on Jug like this early on is really important because, I mean, he's really farmed top net worth, or was top net worth by a good margin, but still does not have any HP items really. He's got +4 strength with his inventory.
Yeah, it's definitely not enough strength to not die to the tiny combination, and seems like Radiant are now taking some towers. This top T1 is certainly going to die, but the fight appears to be middle lane. Blink in on Enchantress, toss up in the air, Wyvern nearby, and dropping, but healing herself in the bolt from Choppa will save the life of Sick Nasty for the time being. That top T1, by the way, has still not died yet, surprisingly, but with the TP in from Zeus, it's not going to die quite yet either.
Enchantress was dead there, but he got 6 off of the creep wave that was pushing him mid and leveled up Untouchable, and then Tiny couldn't get 2 more hits off.
TP in by Ember top lane, Slight Chains online, looking, hunting perhaps, and opt for the easier target to kill the Helm Dom creep. Zeus will get the gold though. Like the bottom lane, Curse on 2, Malefic already used his Dispose, but Webby has fallen, no arena in time, and Sick Nasty, another big kill there for 4 play. He's everywhere right now.
He's beasting. Got the fairy trinket as well, which is very nice. Oh.
I didn't realize how big of a counter Marcy is to Enchantress. The ult does not care about Untouchable.
That's a what can you do right there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think like early on, I want to say that both sidekick and the rebound buff are dispellable, so that's like pretty nice for Enchantress. But you're able to kill the hero pretty easily the entire game.
We are at a bit of a lull in the action right now. What are we looking for in the next 5 to... Actually, there we go. There's an answer. It's a roar top lane on Zeus, Helm down creep. Never mind. There's no longer a net on the troll. Therefore, Choppa will survive. He has low mana, but Keita cannot chase. And Ember is TPing in towards the top lane. This T1 tower will not get denied, but Keita is still in a lot of danger. Chains on the troll and the main Beastmaster. Choppa again extraordinarily low. Keita is hunting. The troll cannot finish the killer. Maybe he can. He's still hunting. Heavenly jump away. No. I got excited for the troll there.
Yeah, it was close.
I think this is where the big action will be. TA is 500 gold from Deso. Zeus has Shard. At least I thought Zeus had Shard. Courier died.
It's a big double damage gank, but it's off the mark. Zeus went to the east. Oh, we see Ember. Where's the remnant? Is it? I think. Do they know where the remnant is? Oh, I see the remnant. KU setting up. 4-player will go in, and KU kill the Meld Strike. Avalanche, no toss, into KU, meld out, dispose in, DKMP, demolished. Fantastic team play from Sus.
Well played, well played. And honestly, I think he could have lived, but that was definitely hard. And there's also some merit in him just like dying instead of using all his resources to live and run back to base.
Yeah, I guess he assumed that someone was TPing in to come like continue to stun him, but once Tiny like missed his entire combo, he could have just kept walking and been completely fine. Doc is 800 from Blink. KU just got Deso. No Vlad's packed yet. Kind of behind on Keita, but he has been being bullied. Let's see. DKMP is about to get his Maelstrom. Jug is rushing a Mjolnir. And then they have Blink on Mars. So I think, yeah.
Speaking of Blink Mars, that is a combo on Marcy. Lightning Bolt will finish the job, and now it's Kobe with Winter's Curse, trying to stand his ground. It's a curse used only on creeps and Zeus, but Zeus is not going to survive, it appears. Having the jump is on cooldown. His life's now also on cooldown. Webby is being slowed around by the Beastmaster. Sick Nasty's attempting to help, as is DKMP. Dire look towards Beastmaster, but again, the Mars is incredibly dead. Currently a 2-for-1 in favor of Sus. They head to DKMP, who will remnant just in time to the high ground. KU and Foreplay will kill the Enchantress, and again, DKMP will use one more remnant to escape, allowing Radiant to walk right into the Roshan pit. Or maybe not.
He almost got cooked on Ember because he was on a part of the cliff that's blocked by trees where his first remnant was, so he had to counter remnant out. Otherwise, he was dead.
Oh no, Choppa, you are going to die here. He can heavenly jump, but I don't think KU cares. KU definitely does not care. The kill will go to Wyvern, but that's an unfortunate TPM.
This is kind of like one of those worst case scenarios whenever you're against a Desolator builder because of the new charges. Like, the fact that he just got plus 12 damage on his Deso within a minute of buying it is already like return on investment. It's super crazy. They have really good wards right now on Dire.
I'm surprised they didn't just try to take Roche on Radiant right now. They've been hovering around this area for a while. Deso complete.
Yeah.
On the flip side, Radiant's wards, they also work. I mean, they saw the Ember and the Mars in this Radiant side jungle, so they're dodging any Dire aggression as well. So both teams, they have covered for Radiant too, ward-wise. Oh, 3-man smoke. Did that Dire ward see the smoke? I think it did.
Yes. Yeah, they're running here now on all heroes to come fight the Roche.
Roshan is half HP. Dire needs to move very fast, and Jug cannot get here without TPing to this Tier 1 tower. Again, Mel's online in 2 seconds. Dire needs to move fast. Are they looking to smoke, perhaps? Maybe they are, but if they are, it's just too late. Roshan will fall to Sus right now. Zeus has scouted, but again, maybe look for big plays, and Radiant actually leave the Roshan pit. They do not want to be caught in the Mars arena. Zeus shows for the ward, kills the observer ward. KU Mel strikes, does not get the kill quite yet. One more hit will do it, but Radiant cannot find the last hit. DKMP will use the chain, but Foreplay will finish the job on Zeus. He blinks in again, looking for more. Afterglow has Oni's attributes again, slowed by Keita's Boar. Kobe moves to high ground, looking for a curse. Backs on off. Webby can still blink in with the arena. Roshan has 1/4 HP. In comes Webby. But Radiant have traps, they have Marcy, they have Tiny, Blink, Dispose, Avalanche, Strike, Ember demolished, Webby on top as well! Jug is trying, and he will spin down the Wyvern, but the curse will keep him in place. Into the roar, into the damage, and Jug is actually now on the high ground. I think disposed away by Marcy or something, but regardless, he is going to now Omnislash in this 1v4. He will not kill Keita. He will actually, never mind, he will kill Keita next to Mjolnir shield. But he is still dead, and it's only Zeus in this 1v3. And he can no longer stand his ground. The traps will zone him away, and Radiant managed to go for one more kill. The blink, the avalanche, the toss up, the bring down, a full 5-man wipe, and a free Roshan for Sus.
Well played by them, and there's like this is their timing right now. They're insanely strong. It was kind of close to being okay for Dire because the Jug's also really strong. He just finished Shard, and he got like narrowly saved by the force step of the Enchantress.
Force stat, that's what it was. Good call.
This guy teased Blink. I guess everyone's already out. Ready?
Yeah. They messed up that fight on this staircase where they got double disposed, and then that just led to both their Ember and their Mars dying without like useful spells being put off. They Arena and Speared, but it really only caught Tiny and Wyvern, or Tiny and Beastmaster, and then the TA was able to freely just attack whoever. But they almost turned a bad scenario into an okay scenario, but then disaster struck whenever they got caught wind of him again.
It seems like Sus is where they want to be in their draft right now as well, as Templar Assassin appears to be more than online, and with the Aegis in hand, these tier 2 towers are simply crumbling.
Yeah. I think Zeus messed up. I don't think that Aetherland's pre-shard is like that good. Because now they're missing a lot of their like free damage that they could be getting. I mean, 1400 gold damage, but I mean, free damage.
Seeing a lot of pings bottom lane. Seems like Dire want the Wyvern, Blink Arena, but it's a Wyvern. He just simply escapes the arena in time. That's the arena blown, and well, on top of the arena being down, Radiant get that top tier 2 tower, and they parlay it into a very easy outpost take, so it's free real estate right now for Sus.
I hate that interaction.
The spear on the Wyvern, yeah.
No, just fly out of the arena. Like, that's how it's supposed to work, but it feels so bad as a Mars player to think you caught somebody and then they just walk away.
Yeah, it works for all flying heroes, I think, except for Batrider, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty fucked up. This, I mean, Sus is kind of just like AFKing until they hit their BKB on TA, and he's also going BKB on Tiny. I like this as well. Then at that point, they're probably just going to take every single tier 2 on the map. Onus is kind of on whatever to actually do something. I guess they don't really feel comfortable fighting into Aegis, which is fair. But they should probably try to like dive the Wyvern or something. I just realized Kobe finished at Orchid.
Oh my, he's so farmed for a 5.
Has fallen.
Zeus has shard now. They're waiting for Arena to make another play, but
He simply does not care, though. He's just blinking in.
Ember's also going BKB. I'm not really sure what whatever really does to... Like, last game they had Enigma and... Who else did they have? Puck and Dawnbreaker to, like, make some big team fight happen. Now they really only have Mars. So they have to play for pickoffs and just outlasting them in the fights. But I don't think you outlast...
Whoa,
Radiant's lineup
KU
at this point.
nearly 2 shots Choppa. He won't lose Aegis, actually. This is a bit of a bad fight from the start for Sus. And here we go. KU has returned. He'll engage in again. He still wants to go. He does not care about his own mortality. BKB's on the courier right now. It has not arrived quite yet, though.
Unlucky.
Where's his courier?
Throwing away that Aegis is kind of a big deal. He's got his BKB coming now at the tier 2.
He had 2 minutes left on it, yeah. But I think he wanted to play for his BKB anyways. So as long as the Aegis kept him alive before that timing, he was okay with it. But now that he has it, it'll be interesting to see how they start playing the game.
We're seeing
Money
things
rock
stop
check.
lane on DKMP. Orchid again available. Curse into Orchid, into the open arms of KU. Meld Strike will do a lot of damage, but the stuns were a little bit stacked there. The Orchid was early, and DKMP gets away. Now Levy moves towards Pyduck, but Tiny will avalanche. As Toss will toss, in comes TA, down goes Mars, and the Roar was used on Jug to prevent a bit of a help there from that Afterglow Omni Slash. Meaning again, one more kill on Mars. We're seeing the Orchid again use on Ember, and there is no way out but death. Malefic looks for more, but again, it's 2 more core kills. Dire must retreat. This T2 tower will die. Another kill! An avalanche, a toss, a Meld Strike, 3 kills. And a T2 tower on top. Sus. They're just too strong, it appears.
Yeah. That's pretty unfortunate. He's barely not at his BKB on Ember. I think it was like even closer. I think it was at like 1k. But deaths and having to get a TP.
The vision from the Hawk gave wind of that TP into the immediate Orchid.
Oh,
What's
another
interesting to
kill.
see-
Ooh, what's interesting, Joric?
He was going BKB on foreplay, but then he switched it up for the Aghanims, and I think that's probably the correct play, because he never really has to be, like, up there brawling, unless it's, like, Jug versus all of them. Those Ags will deal with the rest of the heroes in the back pretty well.
I think the BKB would have been good, but I think they, like, especially after they lose Aegis, they're like not gonna go until they're not gonna like finish the game, or they don't really need to super be on their timing until the next Roshan, and so he can just like play for his own game a little bit and buy the tags and clear creep waves and be strong. But I mean, still, just like looking at his heroes, I think he does kind of need to go blink and stun people. So I don't think he can sit in the back that much in their trees.
Seems like whatever want to force a play bottom lane. They see a Beastmaster. And again, he has no BKB, he has no Orchid. Radiant have an outpost, and they have a Hawk. So it's not the easiest kill in the world, and the Hawk will give the vision. Dire are aware of the presence of the Hawk, but at this point, Beastmaster is aware of the gank. Over in the Dire base, seems like Foreplay wanted a solo kill on Enchantress, did not get it. Back to the bottom lane again, though. This is where the main vanguard of the Dire team is. 4 standing bottom. In comes the rendezvous from the north side. Oh, this could be a disaster. Zeus gets annihilated immediately. He's not dead quite yet. We're seeing an Orchid on Levy spin in, but a curse is there on 2. Foreplay. This is the Avalanche. Zeus will survive for the time being, but Dire are still not fighting this fight very well right now. Choppa will unleash the Thunder God's Wrath, but Radiant are winning this fight. Jug is half HP, being stunned right now. Roar in again. Levy is dead. The arena was used, but Jug is going to die as well. Dire are absolutely collapsing. 3 down. DKMP has a remnant, but not very far away. Into the Orchid of the Wyvern, into the Avalanche, into another kill. 4 for 0 in favor of Sus. Enchantress finally showed up, but there is nothing to do at this point but run. And Sus, it's looking over.
That was a very funny fight. Zeus gets the first one to go on, he jumps away, and then just sits in this little crevice, and then just never is seen until he almost auto attacks KU and then canceled it, and then the tree got broken because Tiny grabbed it, and then Zeus was revealed. It's too late.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this game looked kind of over.
Yeah.
I think we're all in agreement this game's looking over, but Dire, they're not ready to give up yet. They still want at least one more team fight.
Now that we said that, they're gonna like throw a little bit on Radiant also.
That'd be nice. That'd make things more interesting.
I mean, they definitely can't get Megas. Actually, it doesn't even look like they're gonna get another Rax before all the Dire heroes respawn.
Yeah. They're probably waiting for Roche, which is the long spawn, but it seems like the Dire is prepping for one final base siege fight.
Dude, you
What
see,
happened?
Choppa almost got 2-shot by Tree Volley.
Oof. 2
So
crits and
Christo-
8 on
was
die.
like, one crit there from Foreplay, and he barely heavily jumped away from the other tree as on the way. That would have been... Sal put something out. That would have been something for sure.
Yeah.
He took toss requires no target on Tiny. I'm very surprised with his build.
I think this is very smart. What?
What's he denying?
He's griefing. He's griefing. No, he's denying fairy fires from early game.
He broke 125 net worth.
Why not just eat the furry? Oh, whatever. Be a courier.
He's
Be a
full
courier.
health. I mean, he's too lazy.
Yeah.
That's the real answer. He could be 63 net worth richer, but
Alright, spear on KU. He has BKB. Can Dire lock this man down? It appears to be no. In comes DKMP. I'm seeing Aurora on Mars, delaying his entrance to the fight. Kobe is dead, but Dire actually might get Foreplay as well. Foreplay had a gem on him and he's dead. The Mars will now die to the Beastmaster Menagerie, but Dire actually win a fight. Thunder God's Wrath is used to scout Keita with BKB and TP successfully at that. But, you know, it's a fight win. For whatever, and that's what you need right there. You need more of those, but one is a good way to start it.
He recovered the gem on Pydock at least. But yeah, they got the BKB on Ember. He used it so he didn't have to attack Jug, and so that fight was very good for them. Wyvern dies, Tiny gets caught immediately as well.
they can still fight this 34 on Radiant though. They still have TA and they don't have BKB on Beastmaster, but they have BKB TA still.
He doesn't
Like,
have
these guys
roar
can
either.
die, kind of. Yeah.
Roshan is refusing to be alive right Oh, got stolen, but the Roshan is refusing to be alive right now.
Wait, what?
I didn't know that's how that worked.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
I didn't realize the Hawk gets a skill, and then if Enchantress steals it, he could just use it.
Interesting. I didn't know it either. You know, we learn things every day in Dota. It
Oh,
seems
for
like
sure.
whatever we're about to learn the meaning of a 4-man smoke gank. Webby seems like he's going to get caught here. He's under a dire side. Actually, dire side odds were, but it's regardless. 2-man dispose. Unleash pop. Orchid is in. Webby is down. Enchantress will join his teammate in the grave. DKMP poked his head in, but had to leave immediately to dodge the roar. So that's 2 more kills for Sus. And Roshan is alive and right now, so we're going to see another Roshan get taken.
Is Hawk AoE?
The stun?
What?
Yeah.
Is the stun AoE?
Yeah,
No.
it is. Is it not?
I don't. I think it's single target. It's definitely point and play.
Okay.
I think it's like a really small
got
AoE,
this-
isn't it?
He got disposed right on top of the other guy who was getting a Hawk though, so it looked like the Hawk also stunned him along with the dispose, but could
I
have
think
just
it was
been
just the dispose.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you're keeping track, KU has taken all 6 items from Roshan this series. 4 Aegises and 2 Aghanim Shards. I mentioned I was joking around with Joric game 1 that it's going to happen. It actually has happened. Speaking of DKMP, though, it's a roar, it's an orchid, it's a
It's BKB.
death. Wait,
Yeah,
it's
he
not
makes
a
it out.
death. Close call. However, Zeus is not so lucky. He gets dove by the Marcy in the base. That is 1 more death there for Chapo.
That was her 9-second. He's going Hex on TA, which is interesting because usually you see TAs go like Bloodthorn, but I think because they already have like Mantas and BKBs, that the Hex is more in line than with what she wants to do with the item. And they already have an Orchid on Wyvern.
Yeah, it's the best item for what she's trying to do. Probably.
I hate Kobe, man. This guy's going Aghanim Scepter. He didn't even think about a Blink Dagger this game.
You know, he knows his job, and his job's to do damage. He sees his TA
It's a
buying
bad
Hex,
Ags
like, you
game.
know what, let's go buy damage.
Yeah, you're right. This is why he's buying Hex. Actually, it's because I mean Hex is like you just don't trust your teammates, and yeah, I agree. I think
He clicked on Kobe's items and thought to himself, I'm not getting any help.
Wyvern is
Mars
really
has
good.
been caught, by the way.
Not this game though.
It is a 1-for-1 trade, though, I suppose. Could see a 4v fire fight still, but EA still has BKB and Aegis, so it's not looking too good. It is still possible, though. The defense is possible, but without Mars. I'm surprised Radiant are committing. Do you think Webby has buyback? He
I
just
think
got
they went away
buyback.
for the Marcy. The Marcy is pretty much their go in and like grab somebody, kill them, and then jump out with no like repercussions because the hero is cool and balanced, but they don't want to commit Tiny doing that because he doesn't have any defensive items.
ED Tiny.
With Silver's Edge.
It's a lot of damage.
This hero is kind of bad at fighting these high ground fights though. Like you're just out on the map. It's pretty easy to get trees, but when you're like on the hill going high ground, it's not so easy.
You got trees here, you got trees here. We're good. I'm sure there's enough trees somewhere.
But you need to pick an NP with your Tiny that goes ag, so you have an artillery cannon anywhere you go.
You pick Treant by the shard. Let the trees respawn faster.
Does the shard do that now?
Yeah.
Here we go again. Spear on Templar Assassin. That may be 1 life lost. It is one. She shows Refraction. She'll put off 1 mil before she dies. Zeus dies for the trade. She'll buy back. And here we go.
the
DKMP
accepted.
Remnant Embodies roared immediately on Ember Spirits. Thunder God's Wrath has been unleashed, but DKMP has been killed. Radiant have 5, Dire have 4, Avalanche on Jug, but in comes the Arena. That could be the huge move on 2. Problem is your Jug is dead. You lack the damage. Edge is dishing it in, but Tiny will not die, and KU has vengeance on his mind. Almost kills Zeus, instead turns to Webby, who tries to TP away and actually almost gets it off, but the Avalanche will cancel his TP. Triple kill for Foreplay, and now to this pose on, and Champions on the east side of the fight again. KU zaps that man down, up 4 for, I believe, an Aegis trade. Foreplay. Oh no, it's a 4-5-man wipe and an ultra kill for Foreplay. And there's no G's in the chat, but this one's over. This one is most certainly over.
Yup, this one is over. Okay, there it is.
I'm not a mid player.
G's in chat, and Sus will take the victory over whatever, 2-0.
Yeah, very well done by their lineup. They hit their timings, did what they needed to do. Didn't really feel like Dire had like one good fight there in the mid game where they killed Tiny and Wyvern, but that seemed more like a misplay on Radiant than it did like an outplay on Dire. So maybe Fox is the true carry of this team.
Perhaps.
The glue that holds it all together.
You know, a good 5-player can really be what you need to put the team together sometimes, comms-wise, warding-wise. What can you do sometimes?
That's so true. Can we get Joric on a team?
He's on a team. He's on Team Liquid. Gosh, coaching.
Sure.
Any interviews from these boys?
Which one of these goons do we want to drag in here?
You can attempt to get Foreplay. He'll deny it, though.
Okay.
Let's drag him in there. Drag him into the group chat.
Let me message him for... I don't know if he'll join.
I'm seeing a Kermit icon flashing white right now.
I don't think he'll join.
We should have gotten KU. He responds to my calls. He appreciates me.
Yeah, drag him in then. Just bring them all.
Get the whole team in here. Team interview. Oh, Foreplay's here.
Nice.
Welcome, Foreplay.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Congratulations on the 2-0. How you feeling?
You know, it's just a day in the office. Come in, play my role that I don't even play. You know how it is.
Saw that experience from Roll Swap.
Yeah, except I was Void Spirit every game.
Tiny's kind of like Void Spirit if you think about it.
When are you playing Void Spirit?
I think I'm not.
Oh.
Pretty sure that
Waste of potential.
trash. Wait, we picked the one that was trash too, actually. Yeah, wait a minute. I mean, I can't see. The thing is, we had a discussion where like, can I play a spirit against DKMP, the Spirit King himself? And that is that is why we said no. No spirits allowed. That guy knows to counter every spirit in the game.
Believe it.
I believe it too.
But yo, any shout outs to your fans, your boys? You didn't type any shout outs this game, man. Just making sure you want to let the people know.
Oh
you
yeah, of
fighting
course.
for.
You know, shout out to Bash. Shout out to Logical.
Yo.
No
You
more
two
beef.
done beefing finally? I'm happy for you. I'm happy to hear that.
Holy.
Yeah, beef is long gone.
Yo.
They're vegans now.
I wouldn't say that.
Alright, only vegetarians for now.
But we overthrow sometimes, you know.
True. We lost a bunch of overthrow games earlier in the morning today.
That was on me. Wait, did we get carried by some witch doctor?
Oh, it's true. We did get carried by the 40 kill.
That guy had 40 kills on the doctor.
Shout out to that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the crypt doctor. You know how it is. Any other question? Logical thoughts on my mid, man. What did I play game 1? Zeus.
I didn't watch game 1, but game 2 I'm pretty sure you played better than I did. So
Played on the
Well
strap,
played.
man. This
I
Zeus
think-
Spectre.
Yeah.
I heard you guys
DKMP
bullied.
DKMP should not pick Puck. Okay, DKMP, stick to the spirits, man.
Words.
It's not even man. You just gotta realize your potential. Like me, I'm never playing a spirit in my life. My spirits are trash. So
Just
I'm
play
not gonna.
Rock Spirit.
I'm never touching the spirit in my life. You know, that's how it is. You just gotta know your potential. Some people are not puck players. The only puck player in this league is Brizier. Everyone else
Wannabes.
wanna be breezers.
Those are fighting words, man. I hope you're prepped to face every single puck from here on out.
10
Shit, man, that
seconds
shit's getting
remaining.
banned. If someone's a puck player, we're banning that shit.
Radiant
So you're only bending it against Brazier then, right?
Yep, that's I think pretty sure. So we did. So,
select your heroes.
any other questions, guys? What's up here?
Yeah, thoughts on Kobe, just as a person, not about his gameplay.
Ooh, yeah, this guy is a great person. Whenever he dedicates his time to something, you know, he's dedicated. There's something called PoE.
Uh-huh.
I don't think this guy's touched Dota in like 3 weeks, prepping for the PoE league. So yeah,
God
comes
damn.
in, buys Orchid on Wyvern. I don't know. He just does his thing.
Orchid Eggs, that's the build.
That's
I'll
the
do it
build,
next
I
time.
guess. Oh, I forgot some shout outs. Shout out to Near and shout out to Pattern. Yep. I heard Pattern is standing in for Sev.
Looks like it.
Pretty good standing.
Yeah, Pattern's a goat. Confirm logical?
Yep.
Yeah.
Confirm.
We'll swap ties, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Shout out to Karan, man. He's going through a rough one right now, actually. Let's go, Karan.
Let's go, Karan.
Go Karan.
Alright. What do we play next?
What about Karan?
Just shout out to Karan,
I
man.
think
You
you
know?
play
Alright,
Whole City.
We play Whole City.
Yes.
That's a scary one, man. Those guys are like the high ground kings or something.
Oh,
They beat the Karan team, so if it
That
wasn't
doesn't-
them, it was Karan.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
and by the way, who's joining me for the next series cast that's happening right now? Anybody joining me? Anybody?
Yeah, it's still bright outside, Badger. I'm gonna go outside. Maybe play some pubs.
It's still bright outside?
It's dark here, dude.
It's
Yeah,
dark here
outside.
also.
Hey man, isn't it like 2 p.m. where you are for play?
I'm in Hawaii. Actually, I'm not. That's why you see the difference between my performance like previous series and now. I'm at a PC. So,
Yeah, I still counted one pause this game, man. What was that about?
I spilled some coffee.
What can you
You
do?
did it at quite the time.
I mean, that's not. I didn't. Why would he even go? Why would he even attempt that?
For battle.
He killed the TA.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's on TA. He would have lived.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't elaborate on it, but yeah, he like killed him, so he just didn't. He decided he wasn't living, and so he hit the Mars.
Yeah. That's not on me. But yeah, you know, it feels good to play with the squad. Keita's finally alive. So our drafting potential is actually insane. We actually just play it all now. We were thinking going mid beast against Ember, but then I forgot corrosion exists, so we didn't do it. What else? We were gonna go mid phoenix if this guy played storm. So yeah,
Powerful. I thought you were gonna mid coddle. Whip out your old man.
yeah. I don't play coddle either.
30 seconds
So-
for battle.
We're testing the waters with some mid TB at the moment. When KU plays mid, cause I really hate this lane.
I actually suggested you were gonna go mid drow and whip it out this game, but
Yeah, that hero's
can't farm Arcana progress.
that hero's in the works. So we were thinking about Lone Druid, thinking about Weaver. Yeah, maybe Lesh.
The battle
Some
begins.
Tusk mid I was thinking about. Thinking about Monkey, but this guy is a 30 Ember, so I just assumed that he knew how to play the matchup way better than me. So you know how it is.
Can't believe like
Yeah.
you're giving all this free drafting advice to anyone who watched the VOD, guys. Don't
Sure.
ban any of these heroes, guys.
Yeah, we were thinking about mid Ench as well, but then they stole Ench. Yeah, and I think lastly we're thinking about Nyx. So, you know, any question about the heroes? Logical. I think they're pretty solid heroes. Yeah.
I think they're pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you about some of those.
Yeah, you told me about the Tusk and the Ench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mid-range is
Oh,
good.
and
Makona.
the DK. I like the Persona, so I'm trying to play DK.
Octarine
That's
Core.
good.
No, I'm trying to buy Ags, and then
Oh,
meta.
okay.
Yeah, you know the strat.
Oh, that's some down stuff.
Yeah. So looks fun. I did it in an overthrow game. Felt really good.
Ags Manta.
Yeah, I did it.
We lost that game, man. No, we didn't
Yeah,
actually. Wrong.
that sounds
Jack
buying
picked
Manta.
DK against us.
Buying Manta in an overthrow game sounds psychotic.
I mean, it was the one that everybody left. You know.
What weren't you Octarine Core E-Blade?
Yeah. Then I bought a Ags Manta.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to Manta dodge this guy's coils, but he never coiled me. I think. Or he did once, and I couldn't tell because my model was too big.
Reminds me of game one, man. Never coiled in your life.
Come on, man. That's fucked up.
Sorry.
You're just a caster, man. You're not the player.
That's true.
Have some respect.
No,
That's
man,
what
we
I
were
like about
talking-
Badger's casting. Badger doesn't flame the players.
We were talking about it, man. We were
Good
saying
shit,
that
Badgers.
casts are turned into tricasts. You have one shoutcaster, one analyst, and one good player. It's a good thing that Logical's the analyst and Badger's shoutcaster.
My response is, which of the three are you? And apparently you designate yourself the good player.
Yeah. I've bet Logical on land before. I could take him in a fight.
You said, oh, you met me on land. Yeah.
Good times.
Any other questions, guys?
How's it feel being the uncontested GOAT?
Shit, man. You know, from roll swap to here. Roll swap was the best team in the world. No one tried it after us. I don't know, it's been like 3 seasons or something, 2 seasons.
I believe it's been 3 now, yeah.
Yeah, no one tried it. I think next time we were trying item swap, but we deemed that it might be a bit too hard.
What's item swap like? Someone like you just said.
We buy each other's items. So if you're like Void Spirit and we have like a TB, the TB would buy you like Ags and shit, you know, and the Void Spirit would buy Manta Scotty.
Sounds
see.
absolutely absurd.
It sounds like you can do that with like 2 players, but like 5 players. Eh,
I mean, roll swap, roll swap ended up being 3 players.
that's true.
So
That's
I mean,
so
we
toxic, man.
Okay.
what do you mean?
Who was your 5 player after your original 5 left?
Ravioli?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's some diss on Ravioli and Jinx.
No, Jinx left.
No, Jinx
that's
didn't leave,
true.
did he?
Yeah.
Jinx
This guy's a
left
fake-
all teams that season, actually.
Fake roll swap fan. He doesn't remember the lore.
Jinx left. I've tried really hard to convince Jinx to stay because I was in it for the. I was in
long
it for the
haul.
biscuit, yeah. But Jinx, after a few tries, Jinx said he wants to leave. It's for the best. He had some stuff going on as well.
Yeah, he left my team that season as well in the Forsaken League.
Yeah, so. And then we got Ravioli, and then, I mean, I'm pretty sure we roll swap the subs. Just the subs, though. Like, they would play 4 or 5. But I think most of the time Ravioli would get 5, luckily. It's a 50-50 chance, you know how math works.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, there is a Lyra series going on right now, by the way. It's a cool game going on.
Jay got Vengeful Spirit, right?
Yeah, he's playing Venge.
Yeah,
He's
Jay
gonna buy an
actually
he's
gained.
an Aether Lens.
He gained like 1,200 MMR spamming Venge recently.
Based. What bad
It's
is he
not
then?
1,200, but it was still like quite a lot.
It's like 1500 on
alright.
the account.
I'm out, guys. Good luck in the next
Good
cast,
games,
whoever's
man.
casting.
Thanks
I'm
for
out.
what?
Peace.
Thank you.
I've got a feeling everyone's about to leave, but hoping somebody stays with me.
I got classes to start tomorrow.
Already? Man, it's August 21st. How is it already? I guess it's college.
Yeah.
My pay rate's on below than what I get for casting 2 games. You know how it is. 1 series is good. 2 series, I better get like a coffee or something.
It's just an endurance test right now. And I was doing it the other night. I did a back-to-back series just to do the endurance test, and it went pretty alright. Got a little bit sloppy towards the 4th game, but I'm ready to go tonight. So let's got 2 lads BO3s. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong.
You got this, Badger. I believe in you.
Just to confirm,
cast,
both
everyone.
of you are leaving.
Yep.
All right, then we'll start with Joric. Got any final words? Call out, shout, say the people, legal ads, and twitch.tv/Badger Pablo.
Yeah, I'm back. It's time.
Magnus buff's coming in. Joric's returning.
Nah, the land reinvigorated me. Just the essence of meeting logical. Sharing a couple memories with the bros. Unforgettable, man.
Understandable. And then, of course, we'll move to logical. Good to see you again. Welcome back. Do you have any final words, call out, shouts, say to the people?
It's unfortunate that team that we're playing against needed 10 minutes in between games. Would have liked to be there for game 1, but always a pleasure.
To be fair, 10 minutes would not have gotten you there in time, but it would have made it closer. A little bit closer, I think. If memory serves, it was like 3 minutes into game 2 when the first game was being launched in the lobby, so that would have been not close enough, but what can you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to both of you for coming on. Jinx is dead, by the way. R.I.P. Jinx.
I saw
but
that one. That was
Rest in
close.
peace.
I guess I'm going to leave you guys then, because you guys are still chatting, so I guess I'm going to go and screw off. Thanks to both of you for casting. Have a great night, Bliss.
Peace out as well,
Later.
yeah.